All right, Coach Mike, that red light is on.
Let's do it, baby.
We're just going to go, we'll go big for a little bit.
Let's do it.
Well, last prelim, UFC Seattle, round 1. Kutalaba's got him in a submission, by the way, if you're watching it just right now. He's probably going to finish.
Ref is checking.
Oh, he checked it.
Tapped.
Tapped out. That's how we start.
That's how we go.
I guess there's been 7 fights tonight so far, Coach Mike, and there's been 7 finishes.
I love it.
So it's been one of those cards.
It's one of those days. We were just talking about it before we got on air. It's one of those days where I promised myself, I knew we were going to do the show. I was like, all right, got to make sure you pay attention, look over the card, watch some of the prelims if you can. I haven't thought about UFC since we talked. Well, I lied. I watched a couple free fights on YouTube this week, but this card, I haven't even thought about it. I'm
Sean,
so bad.
We're with you, but we were just talking about it off air. Now on air, this has been one of those cards. It's been one of those cards.
Now you got a chance. You said you just went out to dinner. And
yeah.
The place you went has a bunch of TVs. So were you able to sneak it, or were you watching on your phone?
Yeah, just watching on my phone. It's they don't. Giuseppe's wasn't a. Chris, I agree. It's been amazing so far.
That's frowned upon in most social circles.
Trust me. I'm gonna after waiting an hour and a half this place for B-level pizza. I'm gonna not the biggest fan.
Whoa. Portnoy was there.
Yeah.
And I think he gave him a good score, didn't he?
Did he give him a good score? I didn't. Yeah. I know he was there. No, it's good, but it's good. Bronx House is better.
It's a different style, yeah. We had pizza tonight as well. It's a pizza weekend, everybody. Just so you know, it's a pizza weekend.
It is. Sean, Christopher J. I said that earlier. How cool, Austin Vanderford. Everyone knows him as Mr. Paige Van Zant. UFC debut, gets a win. He looked good too. I don't know how high he is. I don't know his ceiling, but he did look really good tonight, Chris. I 100% agree with you. 100%.
We've talked about it on this podcast before. We had Alberto's tonight.
Oh, that's
friends of the show.
Yeah. So. Shout out to Bert's. Drew's probably rolling in his bed right now.
All 3 of those are very different style pizzas. Very different.
They are.
Giuseppe's is Pittsburgh style, or like, I guess that's where they're from. They're all Pittsburgh Steelers stuff on the wall. Yeah. Alberto's is more
B-level football team, like B-level pizza.
They got 7 Lombardis, dude. What are you talking about?
What are the last 20 years? Yeah, that was crazy too, Sean. I'm sorry, Mike.
No. I mean, we are talking about fights here. So.
I know we were at 50-50 about to watch along. I decided let's do it.
Yeah,
UFC Seattle. Come on. Could be Henry Cejudo's retirement night. I'm like, let's go for it.
It could again.
It could.
Right?
It could.
Could be.
Yes.
You never know.
Finishes.
Yeah.
Crazy card.
To match the Steelers Lombardi trophies.
Wow.
They just had a B-level football team.
For the last 20 years, they've been B-level.
They got Justin Fields as their backup. You got Russell Danger Wilson as your starter.
If you look up the definition of B in the dictionary, it'll be a picture of Justin Fields. All right.
When you have a dual threat as your starter and your backup, I mean, come on.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I guess there was a big boxing match earlier that maybe I bet on and won, so we're feeling good right off the rip.
You paid for pizza tonight? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Already won. And I usually don't do this because it's funny. I'm going to bring this up right now. Parlays, and especially in the UFC, are for suckers. Usually you don't win a multiple fighter parlay. I did one tonight. I'm feeling the Sean Sterling. I got a 5-fight parlay. It's one of those things. I think it was like $26, $27. And what I did is like 26.41 because it's exactly if I win $1,000 on the dot. Chris 1,000. I'm 2 for 5 right now. I got 2 winners right now. We got 3 fights left. If we go 3 for 3, this cool hand Luke wins a clean $1,000 cash. So I might get a little excited on some ones.
We going sizzler, baby. We going sizzler.
It won't happen. It will. I will go 4 out of 5. I'm pretty sure of it, but yeah, be fun.
Hey, that's kind of the point of some of those bets.
Like absolutely. They know. Yeah. They know that Dave Van Auken got 4 out of 5, and they're like, nope, we're not doing it.
So for those of you who haven't watched, like myself, I'll go through it super quick.
Yeah, hit it. We got
first round
minutes.
KO. Second round KO.
Who can you? Who the one? Who the winners?
Modestas Bukakas,
who has been on Fight Bananas 3 weeks ago. Check it out on the YouTube channel. Dude, he's really good. I like him. I can't believe he was the first fight of the night. He's really long. I think we've even watched him live together on one of the pay-per-views. Really
Could be,
long,
yeah.
good guy, good fighter.
17-6.
Yeah, like
then you got Nursultan Ruziboev.
Really good.
Ruziboev.
Dude, that guy's awesome.
33 seconds in round 2.
So I think he's like 22-2. He's 3-1 or 4-1 in the UFC. His only loss is to Buckley, Walk-On Buckley, who he beats everyone now. And even Buckley couldn't stop him. It went to all.
Who, Ruziboev?
Yeah, that guy's really good.
35, 9, 2, and 2 no contests.
35-9?
Yeah.
Maybe he's 20 out of his last 2. I think
Yeah.
he's 20 out of his last 2.
That could be.
Like that.
Then we had Austin Vanderford.
Yeah.
2nd round KO.
Were you there when we met him in Orlando PFL? Were you there that night? I thought you were.
Face. Speaking of, we'll get to that in a little bit too. But
we got a picture, I think, up here of him.
Yeah.
He's the one who went upstairs, and me and who's the really cool, awesome, funny guy who takes pictures? Our buddy from the.
That's a random. Yeah.
He's the funniest guy. I'm telling you. If you guys don't know this guy, look him up. We were in Washington D.C. together. We were.
No, not in D.C.
We were just. But when it was me, you, and we were in Atlanta. Francis Ngannou, John Jones.
Yep.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Me, Aaron, and Austin Vanderford went upstairs in the Universal Studios where they're at coming up soon for the PFL. And Austin Vanderford was there. We were just talking football with him. He's a really down-to-earth, nice guy. Good guy.
Looking at his
pictures
here.
Mr. Page Van Zandt?
No, I don't think I was there. No. I met. Nope. No, I don't think I did. But seems like a nice guy.
Good guy.
Aaron is hilarious.
Aaron's
absolutely
the funniest dude.
Funniest
Shout
guy.
out, Aaron. Shout out.
He's taking pictures. So I like to take pictures. I'm a guy with a camera. I meet this guy Aaron, and within like 3 minutes of meeting him, he has more photographic talent in his left pinky than I could ever aspire to.
He's good.
And like the way I describe guys like him versus guys like me is like, I like to take pictures and I hope the picture comes out. He sees how the picture is going to happen because he sees in light. Like he knows exactly what the light is doing and how the camera is going to capture that. It's just, he thinks the way a camera, anyway. But yeah, he's absolutely awesome and very, very funny. Then we had the next fight, Ricky Simon, 1st round KO.
So the funny thing on that, Miss Elle Dawson, shout out Elle Dawson, killing it lately on Fight Pass, 2 weeks in a row, absolutely killing it. Her lock of this whole card was the opposite of Ricky Simon. So that Basharat has been at American Top Team. What's his record?
14-2, 1 no contest.
Yeah, so he was 14-1 before tonight. And she even said, even for his record, he's kind of underrated. He is so good in the gym. Basharat was a big time favorite. I liked Ricky Simon, but Elle was so high on him. Right. Okay, she sees him in the gym. I don't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I guess I like I said, I didn't see the fight. I'm watching it on my goddamn phone. I can't wait to go back. I guess Ricky Simon right through the middle
just got
clipped
caught.
him and just good night.
Good night.
So 4 for 4 already. You're killing it. Okay.
Mansur Abdul Malik, 2nd round KO.
Which the word on the street is that guy could be a world champion. The Mansur guy. They love him. He trains out of Las Vegas. His coaches love him. Dean Thomas knows some kind of underlying secrets about him. They said this guy's a monster. Monster.
Awesome. 8-0, 2nd round KO. Then we had Melquizael Costa, 22-7, 1st round submission. Defeats Andre Fili.
Which Andre Fili, I thought Andre Fili was going to win the fight. And I've been a big fan of Andre Fili.
Yeah.
Uncle Drew said that he's been fighting for the last 100 years. So I was like, that's a little, he's out there in the tooth. He's a little older. He's got a lot of fights underneath him, but I still thought he was, I thought he was still going to win the fight, but I was wrong.
Yeah. 24-12, 1 no contest. He's been around a little while. And then we just saw Mr. Kutalaba submission in the 1st round. I didn't realize it was the 1st round. So
I agree. Cannot wait for that fight.
So only 3 fights made it to the 2nd round. None of them have gone to a decision. So that probably means the main card's going to be boring as.
Main card's going to stink.
Main card's going to. No, there's still a lot.
The main card's insane. There's one reason why we're doing it. I love the main card. I love that it's not in the Apex. It's in Seattle. To me, it was a really good main event. A lot of fights got canceled off this card. but we're big Brendan Allen guys. He's a big underdog in the co-main event, gets Fluffy Hernandez. That's a great fight. I just thought there's a lot of good fights. Gene Silva, you could argue, was one of like I know Ilya and Alex were definitely the fighters of the year. He was third or fourth. Gene Silva went 4-0 last year in 2024. Talking about Ilya Topuria. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about on Fight Bananas. I was gone for the last 2 days when all this news broke. Mike, have you seen all this craziness happen?
I've seen some
okay
of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will be
I don't understand it all because I was hoping you'd be able to film it.
We got 9 minutes before the first fight, probably. So the to me, the main there's 3 humongous things that happen. A lot of other stuff, probably 10 things, but 3 big things. And the biggest thing, that Ilya Topuria just vacated his featherweight championship. And I can't wait. I have a big thing on it.
Was it 2 defenses?
1 defense. He defeated Volkanovski and then defended it against Holloway. I will argue this to the death. No one ever in UFC history has done what Ilya just did. And everyone said, "Oh, there was John Jones or GSP and George and Connor." And I have debates for all 3 of them. George St. Pierre won the championship super late, like it was his last fight. He was 38 years old. Ilya is in the absolute prime of his career. Hasn't cleaned out like John Jones cleaned out the weight class 3 times over. And was like, "Hey, I want to challenge myself at heavyweight."
Right.
Ilya beat Holloway, which is amazing. Like his fights are great. He still have, to me, I feel like he still has challengers in the featherweight division. If it's Diego Lopez, that Mosarv kid is literally undefeated, 19-0. Ilya has a 19-0 undefeated kid in the number 2 or 3 ranked guy. Like that should give you juice. Like that's a pretty cool guys. Aaron just texted me, so I was totally sidetracked. But my point is, I just felt like Ilya to move up in the prime of his career it's pretty crazy. It's unheard of.
I don't know how you. Yeah, I mean, you like you said, you got so many guys right here. I'm looking at the rankings right now.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah, I Christopher put this up on Facebook the other day, and I've always felt you have to clear out your division before you go bouncing up. Like, what has he done? To your point, exactly. Like, he defends once. That he's really good. He's really fucking good.
He's really good. Really good.
And I guess as the champ, you're given some grace.
Oh,
but like
puts him out. Oh
yeah.
Wow, I just saw the Simone highlight for the first time.
Touches him with his
clean.
Nice touch with the left and comes through with the right on the jaw.
Clean.
Just a little boop, gets him moving.
The one, and there's
more than a little boop.
A couple pros I would give support. And like I said, guys, I'm going to have a huge 15-20 minute video on this. I'm going to record it tomorrow or Monday. And I got so much depth into this. The one thing I will give Topuria credit is he doesn't want to keep the division stagnant. And he kind of the last straw was, he just told Dana he didn't want to cut the weight anymore. And I respect that. That's his decision. There's so many people talk about weight bullying. He didn't want to do it, and he's going to be the smaller guy at 155. Absolutely, he is going to be the smaller guy. But we've seen it before, so it's interesting. Yeah. It's ballsy. It's interesting. There's a lot of it doesn't get bigger than that. Your undefeated pound for pound number 3 fighter vacates his championship, and I assume, and Chris, I saw you just put it on the notes in the comments. I assume he will be moving up to fight Islam. I don't think he fights anyone else. Everyone's like, "Oh, he should fight Poirier or Charles versus this." Nah, guys, I don't want to say deserved. That sometimes it's a hard word.
It's a strong word.
It's a strong word.
2 defense or 1 defense. Yeah.
He's the pound for pound. He's undefeated. Yep. Like him versus Makhachev is the fight. It's the fight. You got to make it. You got to make it.
Yeah, I mean, man. It's so tough. I don't like when guys vacate. I don't like when they go up. And even the term, a weight bully or whatever, other guys can lose the weight too. They choose not to, or they can't. So he can. I mean, the fact that he can gives him an advantage. Everybody's seeking some advantage in some way. So he's a bigger guy who can cut better weight. Good. That's why he's a champ. I don't know. It upsets me. He doesn't want to cut the weight anymore. So, hey, he knows his body. He knows how miserable that is. So if that's truly what the reasoning is, cool. You did what you could in that division. Go ahead. Have fun at lightweight. And if they want to give you a shot at the top right away, UFC gets paid to make fights.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're buying that fight instead of him versus Gamrot.
Yes.
100%. Or Dariush or
100%.
Chandler. You want to see him take on the top because he's leaving a belt to do it. So
100%.
We're buying it. I'm
Chris,
buying the fight.
I don't know. I disagree with that. I think he's been absolute. You can't have a better beginning of a career than Ilya. Like, yeah, I know maybe it's only 8 fights, but 8 fights, undefeated, finishes everyone. And you say his last 4, it's been 5 fights, have been amazing. It doesn't get better. Like Ilya's run, and he's only at the beginning, and he's here now, and he's fighting the best of the best. I don't know. I love that.
I don't completely disagree with Chris, though. I mean, and that's part of my issue of him moving up. He hasn't cleaned out the division.
No, I agree with that.
All of the toughest guys.
Totally agree with that.
I agree, but he is the champion, and he is crazy dangerous. You could make the same argument for some other people that have been given fights they maybe don't deserve. But if he goes in there and knocks out Makhachev, or gives him a hard time like Poirier did, no one's going to question the fact that he was able to move up. Now if he goes out there and Islam says haha funny and chokes him out in the first round, maybe
it's funny guys, and maybe Ilya's the threat of the night, and Brendan Allen's walking into the building right now. That's awesome. We got some love for Brendan Allen. Absolutely. If that happens to Ilya, like, it's one of those things, what does he do next? Does he kind of go right back to 145, especially if he gets cleaned? Imagine if Islam does to Ilya what he did to Moicano, just an easy first round finish. Does Ilya go, holy crap, nope, too small, come back to 145? Does he stay and challenge like a guy like Charles or something? I told you, I'm going to go into this big. There is a fight at 155 that Ilya wants bad. I think you guys know where I'm going at it. Him and the rivalry with Paddy Pimlet's been something for multiple years. If those guys somehow link up at 155, it will be a humongous fight. Especially, let's just throw this out there. What happened if, God forbid, Paddy beats Michael Chandler?
When Paddy beats Michael Chandler? Oh, is that?
Wow.
I love Michael Chandler. I do. I
okay.
Anyway, sorry.
No. And then imagine if Ilya beats Makhachev. Dude, they'll go to Ilya versus Paddy so dang quick. That would be that would be one of the biggest money fights they would have. No one's talking about it. It would be big. Okay, that one thing was Ilya.
Hold on. Yep. To Christopher's point.
Yeah.
Ilya's fights in the UFC. Yusuf Zalal, Damon Jackson.
Wait, real quick. Yeah. So Yusuf Zalal right now, after the Ilya loss, got out of the UFC, came back. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He's ranked number 12. Really dangerous fighter. So that's his first fight. A good fighter.
Damon Jackson.
I'll give you this. So that's not that great.
Ryan Hall.
Dangerous because of submission, but not that great.
Jai Herbert.
Very dangerous. Good fighter. That's 2 good wins.
Our good friend Adolf Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah. But it's a really good win. It's a good win. He's top 10, whatever.
Josh Emmett.
Great win.
Volk and Max.
Yeah, the two bad. His run's been amazing. Like I disagree with anyone that's the run he's on is amazing. We'll see what happens, but the run is amazing.
By the way, didn't you just have Yusuf on the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yusuf's great. He's really good.
Hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, go back.
Funny.
Tuesday, right?
Dude, he's funny.
Dude, and he's just boom, fast and go back and watch Tuesday's show or the clip that you can find. Fight Bananas, Yusuf Zalal.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. Good stuff. Yep. So number 1 point was
Ilya.
What's your second topic?
All right, so then the next one I will the next one is, so I'm going to skip back to 314. 315 is definitely the bigger one. Is
the announced
announced the Montreal pay-per-view. So the co-main is Valentina versus Fiat. The main event is Bully Bilal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena. Like, to me, I don't get caught off guard often. I don't think. I feel like we know what's coming. Talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. And Jack was going to fight Leon Edwards. That was going to be the main event of UFC London. So when they switched that around, and then that made they insert Sean Brady, which is still a great fight. Brady versus Leon's awesome, but Jack Della Maddalena to challenge Bully Bilal, that caught me off guard. And I know I've been on this now for a couple of days. I think that it is a phenomenal matchup for Bilal Muhammad. Like doesn't get easier than that for a title challenger, especially that was supposed to be Shavkat Rakhmonov. They asked him. He says, "I'm still injured. I can't make the date."
Right.
And they thought Della Maddalena was a better challenger than Sean Brady, so they gave it to Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah, I saw that headline
Left field
that
to me.
that Rakhmonov was injured. So I mean, they got to put on cards, and the co-main is Valentina and Firo. Maybe not the most exciting fight.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
you got to give Valentina a title shot, or title defense. I guess
it's an interesting cards because you got Gilbert Burns, Michael Morales on there. You got Grasso Silva.
Yeah, I like that too.
Barrio and Bruno Silva.
I like that too. And Mike Malot's actually on that card too. So the card is solid.
It's interesting, yeah.
But that just main event caught me out of left field.
I can see that, yeah.
Number 3, of course, because of now Ilya, we all knew Volk was going to main event that card 314 in Miami. If it was against Ilya, or now it's against Diego Lopez for the championship. I don't know. Like that whole card, you ready for this one? I feel like I'm one of the most positive people. Everyone thinks it's like one of the greatest cards ever. I think it's a tad overrated. I think it's good. I don't think it's bad by any means, but everyone's like, "Oh, this is the best. Like this is incredible." No, it's a B card. It's a B pay-per-view to me.
That's an overreaction. I agree with you. It's a B card with a potential to be an A+.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people are saying. Like, if some of these fights go the way we think they can, I mean, Chandler and Pimblett could be a main event on most cards.
Sure.
They could get after it for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
They could knock each other out in 1 round.
Sure.
That's what I think makes this exciting. Is there's a lot of fights here that could be really good.
Yeah. No,
but you're right.
I agree with that.
If it's just like average, okay.
And I don't know why I'm just not super excited. And guys, they're showing Cejudo and Song, so the show is about to start. UFC Seattle watch along. Appreciate you guys. We'll get to the comments. You guys have been in there. This has been so good. I'm not super into Volk versus Diego. I'm just like, it's like, doesn't it feel like hey, you're going for second place and we're just going to call you the champion because Ilya vacated. Like there's like, you're second place. Like, I don't know. When Francis left and Cyril Gane won the championship, like I was like, you just lost to Francis. I know you're not the best. Right. And he left, and now you're the champ. And like John Jones walked through him so quickly. So I just never really liked it. Never liked it.
Yeah, no, listen, at the end of the day, they do have to crown a champ. I mean, look at the state of the heavyweight division.
Good one, Sean.
I mean, bringing up Jones and Gane, it's like when you really look at the roster and the rankings in the heavyweight division, it's somewhat depressing, and so at featherweight, he vacates the belt. Someone's got to fight for it, and yes, they will be the champ.
Yeah,
it may not be, may not be your preferred guy, but
it just whoever wins that fight, I will feel better about because that's a good win. If Volk beats Diego, that means Volk is still the man, and he just can't beat Ilya or Makhachev. That's fine because no one can, and I'll feel good about it. But then if Diego beats Volk, that's a great win, and he's had a good run, and this championship is awesome. So whoever wins that, I will feel better. But just seeing the fight post, I'm like, okay. Sean, great question. He goes, if Brady wins, does he get the next title shot, I assume, or the loser of the title fight? Shavkat, to me, is absolutely next. So Sean Brady, if he beats Leon, is a phenomenal win. I agree. Dude, you put Sean Brady and Jack Della Maddalena together. That's the fight. Because if Brady wins, he's the ultimate number 1 contender. And if he loses, both guys are kind of close in that championship, top 5, top 7. And you still got Michael Morales on the way up. You still got Ian Gary there. So I think Brady would fight the loser. Yes, I agree. All right, there's a lot here. Chris, Makhachev wasn't allowed to chase the second belt to wait. No, so okay. I do like how they're saying we don't want double champs. I actually appreciate that. It makes a division stagnant.
It can. I mean, if the fighter's active, it doesn't. You know, like some of the champs fight barely once a year.
Right.
So if you're going to fight once a year, but you add in a different weight class, and that's 8 months later, and you fight 3 times in 2 years, you might only get 2 in 2 years in one weight class anyway. So what's being held up?
I feel sometimes it's not even. Sometimes it's the champion doesn't fight because it's a date or there's too many champions booked. I just feel just imagine if Ilya does it and imagine if he kept his championship. If Ilya's fighting Makhachev, just say in June at International Fight Week, the featherweight division would be log jammed. Even because he's already fighting, and maybe he will fight back in November, but it's hard to.
Well, to Ilya, I agree because he hasn't cleaned out the division, right?
Right.
I agree to that 100%.
Ilya's
a bad kid. You mentioned Islam. Why can't Islam go up?
So then, but if you're a lightweight, he just fought Moicano in January or February. No, that was January, and it should have been Arman. If you're Charles or Gaethje and Hooker about to fight, just say if Gaethje knocks out Hooker, Gaethje should probably fight for the championship next. And if he moves up. You ready for this one? Islam's fighting in June or October. So imagine if he doesn't fight. Just say imagine he fights Bilal in June. Now at the best case scenario, you're fighting October, the best. And let's just be honest, guys get hurt or injured in fight camps or in championship fights. Imagine if he got hurt. Now you're not fighting until February. You lock up the lightweight division for the rest of this calendar year, if you moved up.
Right, but they already working with him for Ramadan, right? So, Like you said, so he's already got some time off built into his schedule.
Sure.
So 2 fights in a year. Who has he not fought in lightweight that he should fight in June instead of going up?
I think if Gaethje wins and wins quickly, Gaethje's an option, and I still do think Charles Oliveira is an option. Maybe not the best option. I do think it's an option.
And he beat Charles already, right?
Yeah. That's how he won the championship.
Yeah.
And Charles went 2-0 since that. Two good wins.
Right. So that's to my point. Like if let's say perfect scenario, he beats Arman in June. Let's say that fight happens.
Sure.
Right.
That's another one.
Okay. And then he wants to go fight Bilal in October. Yeah. And then he spins around to January back in lightweight. But it's the UFC's job to do that. So, and they've said they don't want to do it.
Right.
So again, he has to then spin around from right now. That would be 3 fights in 11 months. Most champs aren't going to do that.
I agree.
Let alone to go up.
Alex Pereira is the only one.
Right.
God bless Alex, right?
Exactly.
God bless him. He's the only guy.
Could he do it? And if he doesn't take damage, and of course he could do it. But most champs aren't going to do that. So I think most of them are being held up for the champ anyway.
Yeah, you might be. That's not a bad point.
How many guys win the belt and then disappear for 6 months?
All the time.
Right.
But 9 out of 10.
Right.
Andrew, great point. You threw that out there. Really good fight on that card. Yair Rodriguez with Patricia Pitbull, who just signed with the UFC. You ready for this one? I know it's a hot take, they say in the biz. I'm not super excited for Pitbull. He's a really, really good fighter. I get it. I know. I've watched most of his fights. Bellator, he's one of the top 3 Bellator best fighters ever. But guys, it's one of those things. The best years are behind him. The best fights were behind him in Bellator. Him coming to the UFC now, I think he's 36 or 37. I think it's like, I'm just not super jazzed on it as others,
Would you believe 37?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the same, but it's like Chandler came
just
over,
like Chandler. It's very like Chandler.
But
all right, the first fight is almost here,
and he's lost 2 of his last 3.
Yeah, that's because he had a great run. He's awesome, but yeah, he is aging in front of us, and he hasn't fought in a year because of everything with Bellator and PFL. So I'm just not the biggest fan.
He lost to Sergio Pettis.
Yeah, Sergio's good.
And Chihiro Suzuki and Jeremy Kennedy.
All right, we got it, right?
Yeah.
I got Alonzo.
He did beat Michael Chandler, though.
Yeah, I think twice, actually.
And Michael Chandler has exactly 1 win in the UFC. I only see Chandler on here once.
All right, here.
Listen, I'm excited about it. You know, I think it's a good card overall.
No, it's a good card.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
I mean, the top 2 fights can be exciting.
Yeah. I like Carlos Prats. He's really fun.
Yeah. And like you said, you got Yair. And
Yair's awesome.
The Yair side really of it is exciting.
Yeah.
Jeff Neal, Carlos Prates.
Yeah.
Krylov, Dominic Reyes.
I like Dominic Reyes.
You got Verna Jandiroba against Yan Janan.
It's kind of like a number 1 contendership. Not super excited about the fight, but it is what it is.
Jim Miller and Chase Hooper.
Love that fight. That's actually
Jim's still doing the damn thing.
38-18
with 1 no contest. He has 18 losses, and Chase Hooper has 19 fights. That's how long Mr. Miller's been around.
I love it.
Who else we got? We got Montez, Romero, Dumas. I mean, we're in the
pre spot. Yeah.
Oh, then you got Danny Gay, Sean Woodson.
I like that fight a lot. Sean, dude, talking about a great on the podcast. Sean Woodson was on the show maybe a month ago. He was phenomenal. Like he was great.
All right. Got the ring ladies walking out of the cage.
All right, here we go. Yeah, part of my parlays, guys, I won't lie, I have Alonzo Menafield. So we shouldn't be doing this. We're rooting for Menafield here. He's in the blue. Julius Walker was actually just with Ryan Jarrell here on Fight Pass. Really good interview. Really funny guy. Watched the interview twice. We had to do some timestamp stuff. But Walker's got Menafield against the cage, throwing a little knees to the body.
Yeah, instantly pushed him up against the fence.
It's probably what you want to do. Menafield can strike. Yeah. He's humongous. That's probably a great game plan, to be brutally honest, for Walker. And I think, I'm pretty sure he got this on short notice. Days parlay is about to crash out. Come on, Sean. Come on.
Yeah, so what was the full parlay? What were the 5?
I did Rusen Boy earlier. Who was the second? The first fight of the night, Budakis.
I'm sorry, what now?
Yeah.
Bukakis,
Rusen Boy, Menafield, Rob Font as an underdog. I like Rob Font. And then the main event, another underdog again. I got Henry Cejudo doing the damn thing.
Really?
I got Cejudo tonight, guys. I don't know about you.
You got Menafield,
yeah,
Font, Cejudo.
Yeah. If those 3 guys win, we win a clean $1,000.
We going sizzler, baby.
Clean 1,000.
We going.
I never do that. I never do parlays like that.
That's like when I used to play fantasy football. You'd watch like the games that you weren't necessarily interested in because your tight end was playing. You know?
Yeah, gotcha.
It's like this. Like, all right, maybe I don't really care about, insert fight here, but I'm going to watch it because it's part of my parlay.
Let me spell Menafield real quick.
Go for it. Oh, did he just rock him or no? Just caught him off balance. Yeah, Walker's just pressing him up against the cage. Little knee to the midsection there.
Why are not the stats coming up?
I don't know. Ooh, Walker with a nice punch on that. That's upright.
Go, Menafield!
Went for a head kick and his bottom leg went whoop. He landed right on his back.
All right, now
Menafield did not take advantage of it. There we got.
Not looking good, guys. Not looking good.
That's all right. 2:22 left in round 1.
He looks gassed already, doesn't he? I know, Sean, 4 out of 5. I'm telling you. That's why I never do parlays. Never.
You're gonna get it. Menafield's gonna get it done. Don't
take
worry.
down the graphic. Let's see you guys.
All right. Menafield just got an elbow with an uppercut. Who's saying that? Mr. Rothstein?
Yeah, he wants more of us. I like
it.
it.
What a good man.
I like it.
Good left from Menafield.
Did he?
Yeah.
I hit the button. I'm pushing buttons over here. Come on, Menifield. Stay up. Stay up. 4-4 takedown defense. I'll take that. Judges like that. Come on, Menifield. So funny. I'm telling you guys, Walker was really good too. He was on the podcast. I dislike rooting against him. He was funny.
Hey,
he looks a little gassed too.
Yeah. At some point.
Oh, big shots by Menifield now.
I'm telling you.
Oh, big knee though by Walker. These guys are going back and forth. Menifield
heavyweights. Light heavyweights.
Short elbow by Walker. Uppercut by Menifield. These guys are throwing bombs at each other. UFC Seattle.
Oh.
Big shot by Menifield.
Walker's gassed.
Telling you put $26 on something to change your life.
Come on, Menifield.
Big shots by Menifield here.
And we're only cheering him for the parlay. I don't necessarily have a dog in the fight. I want to go to Sizzler with Coach Dave here.
Standing arm triangle. Nope. Let's it go. Kind of has his back. 40 seconds left of round number 1. Yeah, Sean, I agree with you.
Big fellas look
gassed
looks already.
Gas City.
Yeah.
Because he took this fight on short notice. These are light heavyweights. I think he cut a ton of weight to make this weight. People don't understand. I'm talking to Grant or Jillian. Jillian's already on her weight cut. She doesn't fight for 11 weeks, 10 weeks from now. She's already on it, starting it. Imagine getting a call 6 days out and be like, hey, you're fighting at this weight. It's like, you cut it horrible. It's like, hey, I'm going to go in a sauna for 3 hours. Ooh. Oh!
Yeah, you Fight Bananas posted a picture of Kayla the other day, too, looking trim.
Dude.
And she's not fighting anytime soon, right?
There was rumors, and I heard maybe from rumors from the American Top Team. She was supposed to be on that Montreal card.
Which is?
The 350, which is Bilal and Jack Della Manalena. They got Valentina and Fioro. She was supposed to be on that card. They could still squeeze her in there and put her on the pay-per-view, but I don't know. There's not a lot of cards before it. Maybe they're waiting for International Fight Week. But yeah, she looked like, I feel horrible as a man talking about the opposite sex in her weight, but she looked skinny. She looked really good.
Yeah. And again, 4, 5, 6 weeks out, whatever that is, that's really early to be that close for her, isn't it?
Oh yeah. No, and that card is 10 weeks out.
10 weeks out.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So, and if she's not on that card, that means another pay-per-view. So at the earliest, she's 14 weeks out now.
Yeah. Maybe she's doing a test cut.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
and she probably
phone, dude. Call her. What the?
Like, hey, Kayla, why are you looking so skinny, Kayla?
No, you say, why are you looking so shredded?
Oh, okay.
Don't say skinny.
You're right.
Say shredded or ripped.
Dude,
say, hey, you look like skin and bones, Kayla. What's going on?
That's how I talk to Coach Mike knows that.
Hey, see, you're looking skinny, gal.
Oh my gosh.
We would got choke Popeye you out through Coach the phone.
Mike. Love that Hawaiian shirt on the Marathon Man.
Hell yeah, baby.
Coach Mike in the building. Come on, Menifield. Round 2 just started.
To connect that a little bit, I wanted to ask G the other day, when you're training for a marathon, you have all this base work you're doing, and then towards the end, you want to time it so that you're peaking. Your blood, your lungs, your everything is perfect. So there's a taper at the end, but they have to cut at the end. So they still want their performance to be peaking, but then they're also destroying their body right before their fight.
Crazy.
So I wanted to ask her if there's any comparison of you're slowly going, you're building up, you're hoping that you peak, but then you're not okay, I'm gonna carb load, I'm gonna fucking not eat anything.
The big thing for her, and I just know Jillian, I don't think she's fine with me saying this, she's different from usually other fighters. Grant and G are opposite. Grant the last 2-3 days will cut 15 pounds, 12 pounds, right. A lot of weight. G wants to be so close. She wants to be 2 or 4 out. She doesn't want to cut a lot of weight the fight week. She wants to just she's hungry and, she's struggling a little bit, but she doesn't want to do the big cut and just kind of a little bit, I don't want to say enjoy fight week, but just not have that pressure of her cutting, where a lot of other fighters will be like, Alex is one of them. He weighs 25 pounds overweight, but he knows he can do it in 18 hours. And when those 18 hours comes, here comes the suck, and they just do it and they're done. G's different.
Right. But she doesn't carry a lot of weight walking around. But she mentioned the other day on the show that, like, I'm not yet into where I have to, I forget how she phrased it. Like, she's watching her diet, but she's not yet on the diet for losing. But she knows it's next week. It's going to,
it's coming. It's coming.
Whereas Grant will push that off for as long as possible and then do the majority of the cut.
Yeah, like he's definitely on a diet too, but it's different. Like, he's not trying to lose the weight early.
Right.
Like, he's not in sauna or jogging around the block for 10 hours. Oh, no! Benefield's looking bad right here, guys. 2.5 minutes. He's got, big
yeah, because I mean, big right hand from
Julius Walker's pounding Benefield here.
Like, if you, I mean, and a lot of people use sauna for all sorts of reasons throughout the year. But if you follow Kayla on Instagram, for example, she
too short.
Oof.
Too short.
There's a joke there. I'll save it. But you'll see Kayla in the sauna throughout her camp.
Yeah,
like she has so much to cut. But that's like with G, it doesn't look like she has a ton to cut. I know. Has she ever told you how much she actually cuts? Is like, yeah. Do we want to say, or is she all right? Is it? Well, I mean, she's what
from now to the fight?
Yeah.
So she's got to make 116. She's probably in the low 130s or at 130.
That's a lot, man. And she doesn't look like there's. Same thing with Kayla.
But
huge.
That's 15 or 16. Grant is 40. Yeah. I'm telling you,
so
it's
walks
not
around
a lot.
195.
He'll get up there.
Shit.
He'll get up there. A lot of people close to Ilya was saying he's a 190 guy too, and he was cutting all the way down to 145. And then you get in the camp, you start and just anyone knows that. Just go to a gym, you see the mats, they're soaking wet. You'll lose the weight just organically training and doing your thing. Big shot by Benefield here.
Yeah, because I know Poirier has
another shot.
Put up. Oh man, Walker.
So Walker to me was winning the first 2-3 minutes of this round, but now Benefield has come back.
Good
Walker
shot.
Seems gassed. Benefield's putting it on him.
Poirier has posted a picture of him at 190. Just his toes and the scale. Which
I know this for like I've heard some crazy stories.
That's a lot.
You can never trust those things. You never, because they're like, it's his toes. You could be holding a brick. Like, no one knows what the weight is. Could be higher, lower. Some people can lean off the scale a little bit. It's crazy. I've heard some crazy, funny stories about that.
I tend to take people at face value. I don't think everybody's a crook.
Oh, you never trust a fighter. Walker finally got Benefield down. There's like 8 seconds. Dude, I like these short elbows though by Benefield. I love that. If you're going to take me down and lay on me, here comes arm, elbow back over the ear. Dude, these guys are gassed.
Light heavyweights, man.
It could be 2-0 Walker, could be 1-1, could be 2-0 Benefield. I'm not sure really. It's kind of been all over the place.
Light heavyweight.
So I'm thinking
and we've been talking about cutting weight. So so these are Benefield's 15. Walker's not ranked.
Yeah, brand new, 6-0.
Man. They both look gassed for light heavyweights. I know they're big boys, but I mean, Rogan always says when they're carrying around all that muscle,
Dave, you
like
need to
Benefield.
take in this parlay, weight through 3 pounds. Geez, like 5-6 pounds. No, I get it. No, that's a good point, Sean.
Okay.
Good point. Like, if you're a heavier man, it's easier to load. Like, a heavyweight can lose 20 pounds easy. Okay, well, Sean. Chris, you got 19-19. I like that. Oh, both of you guys 1-1. Love it, boys. Keep it coming.
The other thing,
keep it coming.
It's the percentage too. Like,
right.
Like G's walking around at maybe 10% body fat. Yeah. If that, maybe, maybe she's lower and it's mostly water weight, but she does, like me, my scale says I'm 13% body fat. I don't believe that for a fucking minute. Even if it's 15-20%, that falls off, and I would struggle to get to where G or Grant are, and And then that last bit is so hard. So the amount they're losing is the hardest part to lose. It's not like they're walking around with a ton of excess body fat.
Right.
Sure they are, but it's like me. I mean, I'd probably lose.
Bad eye poke to start round 3.
Yeah, not good.
Manafield into Walker. I'm telling you, there's a big stat out there. If you guys someone want to find it. If you get eye poked and continue, you're like 80% to lose the fight.
Right.
There's a major stat out there. And it was an eye poke. I thought it was bad. But Walker's back in there. Wow, the live odds, guys, they got Menifield at -200. I feel a little bit better. I thought I was losing this fight.
Oh, mouthpiece came out. These dudes are gassed.
Yeah.
Gassed.
Come on, Menifield.
Like a big punch that knocked it out. Just kind of flipped out.
If he puts the pedal to the metal, I think he can get him out. Nice hook by Menifield.
Yeah, I'm 210 pounds. Thinking like I couldn't lose 40 to fight at 170. Like I'm also not carrying a lot of muscle, like that's mostly just I'm tall and overweight. Like what do you weigh? Like 195, something like that? 200?
Yeah, it could be. If I eat good for 2 days, it's 195, 196. If I hate Giuseppe's like tonight, I'm probably 202.
So could you imagine cutting down to 170, let alone 155?
No. Yeah, if I fought, they would like the UFC be like, hey, you should be a 155 or like Grant. Like,
right. How tall?
And
is
I'm also
Grant?
40 years old too.
Yeah, of course.
Grant's actually a little bit taller than what people think. Like, I'm 6 foot. I think Grant is he's like a 5'10". Yeah, that was a knee to the groin right there. Cheesy. He's actually taller than what people think.
Yeah.
It's for a lightweight too. That's a great height. I hate to say he's a perfect he's got a perfect body composition for a lightweight.
Yeah.
He's a big man, bigger than what people think.
Right.
And he cuts the weight, makes it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
knee shot.
Dude, when I played football in high school, I was 180. And like if you look at the pictures of me back then, there was nothing to me. Like I was like crazy? Skin and bones, man. So yeah, like to get below that is like, that's crazy. Plus, like you said, we're old men, so I can't even get to like 200.
No, like I said, if I eat good for 2 days and just do something, T-ball practice and one walk, I'm good 194, 195 in that range.
Yeah.
Oh, big shots by Menifield back. Dude, when he does that, he just needs, I feel like, just a tiny bit more aggressive. Nice shot again by Menifield.
3:13 left in round 3. He's got to open up here.
Like I feel like he waits too much. He's playing too much defense where I think he's the more talented fighter. And when you're more talented, you want to go. You want to do stuff.
Walker just lower leg kick and Menifield like spun out of it. And Walker threw a kick straight up the middle that Menifield just got his head out of the way of at the last second.
Walker's going for a takedown. He's got him against the fence. He's done this multiple times. Only got him down once. But I'm not gonna lie. I like Menifield's defense. He had him. He kind of got him down, but he went straight to those elbows. I used to call them the Travis Brown elbows. Like he attacked. Dave, we got you at 170, but you are screwed at 170, 155, pretty loaded. Thanks, Sean. No, dude, I like my chances against Jack Della Maddalena. Jeez, I can't believe he's fighting for the title. I'm shocked. Guys, look at his last 3 fights. 2 split decisions by guys that are not ranked. So on that night, a judge had the other guy winning. And then, no offense, he defeated Gilbert Burns via 3rd round TKO. Both judges had Burns winning round 1 and 2. And everyone keeps saying, like, oh, that shows a lot of heart. Yeah, it does. I get it. But he's getting beat multiple rounds by guys that are Gilbert Burns is going to be out of the top 10 soon. The other 2 guys are not even ranked. Like, he's losing rounds to guys that are not ranked. Bilal Muhammad doesn't lose rounds to Leon Edwards and the best guys in the world. I think this is a 50-40, 44. I think we are seeing mop up.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Been a slow round 3, guys. Now, Menifield kind of switched it up on him. He's leaning on him. All right, minute 15, he let go. He's throwing a couple punches. Oh, I'm going to be stressing the judges' scorecard, I think.
Yeah.
Because I can't get to the fourth one if this one's out. Come on, Alonzo. There you go.
Come
Big
on,
punches.
Menifield.
Come on.
Minute left. Let's go. Empty the tank here.
So I don't think I told you this one yet, Coach Mike. It was last Saturday. It was at the Apex. Remember, the main event was Cannoneer versus RoboCop.
Yeah.
And it was on the prelims, or maybe it was the main
good
card.
right
Nice straight right. It was Andre Petrosky, who's
Met
been
him?
on the show before. Yeah, and we met him, right? In PFL.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
commented on the shoes I'm wearing right now, in fact.
There you go. And he was fighting Rodolfo Vieira, who fights out of Orlando at Fusion XL.
Oh, come on, Menifield.
Big shots by Menifield.
Walker just about fell over. If Menifield catches him with a few more.
Yeah, one clean one. There's 20 seconds left. I'll tell this story after the round.
Oh, come on. He's so close. 10 seconds. Let's go. Empty it. Menifield's now opening up.
Yeah.
Flurry
Good
for the
last
finish.
minute for the
good
nice
right
overhand
hand.
right by Menifield. I feel a little bit better, guys.
I think Menifield got that
Okay.
one done.
I feel a little bit better.
I think so.
All right. So I watched round one, Petrosky to Rodolfo. And Rodolfo is he's a great submission expert, BJJ, black belt, all that stuff. In round one, Petrosky did a great job with takedown defense, and he was winning the striking battle. So he won round one to me. I'm watching the fight, and I'm like, cool. I have $0 on it, and he's winning round one. And I look at my app, my betting app, and I love live betting on sports, football, basketball. I love seeing the game, feeling it, be like, okay, I feel this way. Even if the team is winning or losing, I feel a certain way, and I'll go one way or another. And I'm watching the fight. I'm like, he won round one. And I look at it.
Did.
Yeah, Andre
Okay.
did. And he was still the betting underdog. So I'm like, am I missing something here? So he was like plus 150. And to me, he won round one again. So I did. I bet more dollars on a singular UFC bet than the bigger than my Dreykus Duplessis bet that I think I showed Coach Mike here a couple weeks ago.
$10,000. That's crazy.
It was so I'm like, this is wild to me. He's winning this fight. And if Vieira can't get him down, I'm going with Petrosky. So I had a nice little hefty bet on it. And yeah, he did lose round two. Got me worried. And then he won round three.
You're like, I'm never going to Sizzler again. What did I do?
I showed Susie, I showed my wife right away. I go, look at this. Like as soon as he won, I'm like, look. She's like, what? I felt so good about it. I'm like, if you win round one of a fight and you're the underdog, I'll bet on you every time.
Yeah.
Especially in a 3-round fight. Here we go. Will Menifield defend his Bruce Buffer with the decision?
Let's see.
I'm nervous.
Let's
nervous
see. It
Nelly.
took a long time. Bruce just walked in. Just told
Nervous Nelly.
Jason Herzog.
It's like a Band-Aid. Do I want to lose and rip the Band-Aid off right away or lose at the end? Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. 29-28. 30-27.
If it's 30-27, it's got to be Menifield, right, guys?
And 29-28 for
Right?
the winner. By split decision.
Yeah!
Split decision.
I don't know if it would. Maybe our thing is off on the words. But
Is that what it said,
won.
guys? Split decision? Was it?
Maybe
Because
a
he didn't
split
say the
decision.
names. He didn't say like 29-28 Walker.
If it was 30-27, that was Menifield.
It had to
Like
be,
he won round 3. Yeah. All right, guys, we're alive. We are alive. 3 for 3. Rob Font and Henry Cejudo. And I'm one of those guys. I'm a sucker. I'm a cash out guy. If they give me a good offer, I will cash out. Like I put $26. So right now, if they offer me $200, I would cash out. I'm a huge
also,
cash
they're
out
like,
guy.
hey, instead of finishing out this parlay,
Yeah.
we'll give you 200 now.
Yeah.
Really?
They do stuff all the time like that.
I mean,
Go to cash out.
yeah. 26 to make 200 is not a bad bet anyway.
Yeah, and you win, you can't lose. But of course, if those two guys do
Right.
go on win, I could have won 1,000.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
but,
you did bet on Font and Cejudo. So
I know
if they
they're both
offered you-
underdogs.
Right.
Let's see.
That's why they're offering $1,000 for the win. So next we got Yeah, Gene Silva and Melsic Bogdasarian. Huh? How's that? Bogdasarian.
Nailed it.
Yeah? Nailed it. Sweet. Nailed it. So, we are back into baseball.
We are so back.
So, I got to coach flag football this season for the first time I've ever coached flag football. I've coached Pop Warner football way back in the day. I played for 8 years. And it was a blast. It was an absolute blast, but it's such a different sport than like tackle 11-on-11 football. 7-on-7 flag football is so crazy different, but we had an absolute blast. My team finished 9-2. I was the assistant coach for the Ravens. They finished 9-2, did not make it to the championship game. But
great record, though. Great record.
Great record. Had a blast. Kids were so upset when we lost in the playoffs, but had an absolute blast. Kids were great, dude. These kids, we had such awesome kids.
That's the best.
You to say it all the time. It's about the parents, man. Like I can tell these kids on this roster have awesome parents. Like they're just respectful. They listen, they learn, they tried their damn heart out, you know, like it was just awesome. And so like we had baseball start, then the last couple games of the season and the playoffs, and straight the next day back to baseball. So it was like baseball practice on a Wednesday, football game on a Thursday, baseball on a Friday. Then we had football Monday, football Tuesday, baseball Wednesday, baseball Friday, baseball Saturday. It's been crazy, dude. It's been absolutely crazy. I love it. I'd much rather be doing that than, you know, working for a paycheck, but it's been crazy. Absolutely crazy. But to Dave's post the other day, yeah, it's hard to not be romantic about baseball. But
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's such a great sport.
And it's funny because when I was a kid, I loved it. And then I think even it was those late 90s, 2000 years, the Yankees were this dynasty. Loved it. I was in high school. Didn't play it anymore. I played basketball in high school and college and stuff after that. But like I still love baseball. But then there was a 10-year run when like probably my 30s when I was just like, not into it. I didn't have kids yet that played it. You know, maybe
it's
like 27 to 37. Yeah, it's just long and just Yankees weren't winning. I just was out of it. Now I'm like back into baseball like I was. A big reason all my kids like it, love playing it. And anyone out there that's watching this, listening to this as a dad, you know this, there is nothing like throwing the baseball with your son. There's just that's like America. Like you look up America, it's like a Miller Lite and throwing baseball with your son. It's just it's
I think there's some
weird.
apple pie involved too, you know.
Maybe. But like it's funny, we play basketball sometimes too, but it's different. Like throwing the baseball with your son is incredible. But then my girls love it. Like we're slow pitching to the girls for the T-ball, and dude, Emmy's hitting the ball. It's like she's good, like she's legit. So it's fun. It's fun.
Dude, your olfactory sense like is so connected to memories. You know, like every year when you break out the gear for the first time, you smell the leather of the glove or the ball or the dirt, like there's just something about those smells that just I feel at home. Yeah. It's like you're on the field and it's like this is where every kid in America is supposed to be. Yeah. On a damn baseball field.
It's pretty awesome.
Like it's just incredible. It really is. It's so much fun.
And then out of it, like my oldest son, so Colin and Coach Mike's oldest son, Jacob, are really, really good friends. And like the COVID happened and he just got out of baseball. Then we skipped a year and all the other kids were playing. And this year he was like, hey, I want to play. I'm back. So we're like, cool, let's do it. And it's been that's been the highlight of like, because he hasn't played in 4 years. And he's like, dude, I'm throwing him the ball like he's a 13-year-old. And it was rough at the beginning. And now he's like snagging catches, throwing catches. And he loves getting pop-ups. Like he was almost not scared of it, but at the beginning, he's like, you know, to get a pop-up is kind of tough.
Yep.
Yeah, haven't done it in a while. Now, like, I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm going to throw it left or right or behind you or in front of you. You got to run and catch it. You got to make a play. And he's making these plays. I'm like, this is fun. Like, there's nothing like throwing the baseball behind your son, him running behind and catch. Oh, it's great stuff. Great stuff.
So awesome, man. Yeah. And now they're up till 1 a.m. last night. talking on their game.
I didn't know that. He was with his mom last night. All right. So my ass was sleeping at 10:30.
So Jacob is like, I'm going to bed because I was supposed to get up and run this morning. Didn't happen. Had baseball practice more. Long story short, Jacob is like, hey, Dad, can I stay up and play Fortnite with Colin? I'm like, yeah, sure, bud, whatever. Just don't stay up too late. My phone beeps at 12:53. My son just texted me from the other side of the house, good night. Woke me up out of a dead fucking sleep. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
Me and Mr. Jacob would have a conversation that next morning. Let's just say that.
So I just looked at him this morning. I was like, what's up, Mr. 1 a.m.? He just went, and then he's like, I'm tired and hungry. we were playing baseball, but Cooper had to practice this morning. I was like, Jake, you want to go in the cage? I'll throw you some. He's like, oh no, I'm tired and hungry. I was like, yeah, I wonder why, dude. Staying up till 1 a.m. on your video game. But anyway, we had a blast. I did throw some to him, and dude, thrown as a high school pitcher, not a very good one, but I did play the position. Thrown to your son, and seeing how big he is as an almost 13-year-old, stand there with a bat and a helmet and this big dude now. It's like, when did my baby become this dude? I'm throwing, and of course I struck him out.
Whoa, Jacob, get the bat in the ball, kid. Get the bat in the ball.
I'm not gonna take it easy on him, still got to show him who's boss.
It's so funny you say that because Gene Silva's about to fight. So when this goes, we'll get off it, guys. I promise. But it is funny that with baseball, it's such a confidence thing to me, especially as a hitter.
100%.
So I'm throwing to the same thing. I'm throwing to my son in the cage, and it's sometimes I think people will get this. I'm throwing at the bat. I want him to make contact. But then I do that a couple times, but then same thing. I want to throw him a couple low, couple high. I just want him to see everything. If I throw to his bat every time, he'll get used to just one way swinging. And I also tell him this too. I don't know if you were doing this with Jacob. If it's a bad pitch, don't swing. I want him to get used to not swinging at bad pitches. So it's
and with Colin being out of the game for as long as he was, he has to get used to the fact that he's going to see a lot of bad pitches.
Yeah.
And you have to be ready, because when you get a good one, depending on the count, you gotta send it into next week. You cannot hesitate. And Jacob did great today. I think I threw him. I had 6 balls. I threw 2 rounds, so I threw him a dozen pitches. Some were low, some were inside, some were outside, and he did. He held off on those, and he hit some of the good ones, and of course I blew a few by him. But to your point, he's holding back. He's not swinging at the terrible pitches. And it's so important in this age group, because some of these pitchers, man, the second they get tired, all of the control goes. And some of them don't have great control to begin with. So, yeah, Colin has to be so patient, man.
Yeah.
If it's bad,
that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%.
Gene Silva, guys, 14-2, fighting out of the Fighting Nerds, age 28, in his prime. Minus 485 betting favorite. That's why I have nothing on this fight. But, dude, he is on a tear. Yeah, I saw some of the comments, too. Bagdasarian, he was on the Contender Series, had a great fight in the Contender Series, so had a lot of hoopla about him. But this is a bad matchup. Gene Silva is a bad boy. So, very intrigued.
Yeah, 14-2, and Bagdasarian 8-2. So, yeah, still two pretty young guys, but like you said, 20-somethings, right?
Yeah.
28.
So, and this has a chance to be a very, very fight. Mike is going to plunk his kid to show him who's boss.
I'm not saying I have, but I'm also not saying I haven't. You know what I mean? I've hit Colin, I think. I've hit Jacob. I've hit Cal. I've hit Cooper. It happens, man.
Yeah.
Especially too, I was never good at throwing BP. It sounds stupid, but I didn't have accuracy trying to place it. I had to throw at speed.
Dude, Buffer and Silva are into it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Silva's eating it up, man.
Wow.
Listen, and they should. You don't know how many times you're going to get into this cage with Bruce Buffer, man.
Yeah, very true.
Fucking live it up.
And isn't it funny how big Bruce Buffer has got.
Yeah.
Like he is.
Yeah.
He I just had a really good interview with Ariel Helwani this past week, and Ariel said the same thing. Like he's like, you're like he's a part of the brand, the UFC. Like a guy. There's not a lot of men or women you put above him. You say, guys, name me off people UFC. Like Dana White would be number one, right? I hate to say, probably Connor is number two. Buffer's up there. Rogan's up there.
Rogan, yeah.
Like Buffer's top 10,
Panic
top
now,
6. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, well, when you talk about the UFC experience, you want it to be Buffer, you want it to be Rogan, you want it to be Anik, you want Dana White right in the cage side. Absolutely.
Dude, the featherweight division's absolutely stacked. If Gene Silva wins this, I think he flies finally into the rankings there. And the only big fight's ahead of him. Like this might be his last kind of like, hey, we're giving you a matchup here. Let's see. I'm telling you, Bagadisari, he can strike.
Yeah, he just had a big, what was that? I don't know what you call that, like a wheel kick or something?
Yeah.
And he looks
wheel kick,
super long.
Gene Silva hasn't thrown a lot yet. Trying to find his range, minute 15 into the round.
He's enjoying it too much. Even his intro, he loves it. Michael Bisping, I don't like it. Not the intro, the high fives. Paul saying once you're in there, you can high five afterwards.
I totally agree. I've been huge.
Some guys are looser than others, Some guys can do that. Some guys can talk while they're fighting or playing football or shooting. Like I was never like that. I just wanted to shut up and do what I was supposed to do. Were you a talker when you played, Dave?
Yeah, I was a little bit of trash talker. I always say that I loved playing in high school. I loved always playing on the road more than home.
Yeah.
My 3 best games I ever played was on the road.
Yeah.
I loved it. Derek Jeter said that all the time. Like, there's nothing like shutting the other crowd up.
Yeah.
I like that feeling more than even having our crowd get pumped on a shot or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a trash talker.
Yeah.
So funny. So we went to dinner with the nice people, and my wife's are more friends with them than I am. And the mom was talking to me a little bit, and they don't know what I kind of do a little bit. And then after, you're at dinner, so it comes up, especially I was leaving dinner to come here to do it. They're like, at the dinner table, I'm so quiet. I'm talking to my kids. Like me,
right.
we're eating wings and pizza. I'm with my kids, and it's like when I'm out, I'm very reserved, introvert. I think the word is. But then it's out here. It's like, let's go.
Right.
On the last podcast, I'm talking about me and my wife getting it on 28 minutes into when you're sick.
Dude.
Best analogy ever. Elle called me afterwards. She's like, Dave, that is the best analogy you ever did. Like that is.
I don't know if it was a perfect parallel, but yeah, it was pretty funny.
So funny.
So
that's what went through my head.
So Dave went out to dinner tonight with a former
coach. Dude, he is so close on getting that head kick.
Yeah.
Malik.
Melsick
Bagdasarian. Melsick is this close, guys. Wow.
The small town coaching connection, man. Like so many of us have coached together, coached against each other.
I was out at dinner, and another mom walked up right to me and said, Coach Dave. It's like, it's funny. I don't know any of the parents' name. I know all the kids' name.
Dude.
He's like trying to slap him.
It's so hard with all the names, man. This is I just saw it the other day. 7 years since Jacob was on your first team.
That's awesome.
So that's 7 years of multiple sports or multiple.
Oh, Gene Silva puts him out.
Finish it. He tried to pull a walk off, and the ref was like, I didn't call it yet.
Holy Gene Silva. First round TKO. Brutal.
Yeah, I mean, Bagdasarian was looking up at him like, come on, come down here.
I think he was looking up and he saw stars.
Well, maybe so, but he was covering up, and the ref was like, this isn't done yet. So
Holy
Silva had to jump back on him, throw a couple elbows in his ribs, and then he stopped it. Yeah, but he wasn't bleeding before. Now he is. So that was.
Oh, Gene Silva.
Oh, catches him with a left across his eye, and then the right behind it just sat him down. Yep, he instantly covers up.
Yeah, so definitely not a walk-off. I don't think he was 100% there, and they stopped it like he should have. Like he should have went right down.
He just stood over him, and Bagdasarian was looking at the ref, looking at him, looking at the ref, looking at him, like
to the ribs, dude. That was a way to finish it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
dude. Gene Silva's that guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, and if you know, dude, his right side was red when he was standing up.
Gene Silva's that guy. I know this has been Uncle Drew has been like the card of the year. This has been the best fight card of the year.
It is always only February, so
1 out of 5, right? Holy Gene Silva.
Nice. Caught him with a left and right behind it. Sat him on his ass. All right, Drew, I always got to ask, what'd you have for dinner, dude? What'd you do? Get some wings.
Drew would be so proud. We went to Giuseppe's, Drew. We had wings and pizza. Literally just got back from there.
Drew, we obviously went to Alberto's tonight, so you know.
Wow, Coach Mike was thinking of you. We might see Uncle Drew in this building 2 weeks from now.
Let's go.
Let's make it happen, Uncle Drew.
Let's do it.
Can't wait. That pay-per-view. Dude, you got Alex Pereira in the main event. You're fine, you know.
Dude, how do you not like that card,
Pereira. Man?
Let's see. Let's look at that fight real quick. Oh, you got Gaethje Hooker.
Yeah, guys, you have Gaethje Hooker and Alex on the card. You're sold. Like that's.
You got Turner Bahamondes. You got Lemos and Lucindo.
It was Taco Bell was tonight.
Taco Bell. At least go to Del Taco.
It's a Van Auken thing. We love
Dude,
it.
we got Del Taco in town now.
We do. It's actually.
I gotta try it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good. I don't even want to like it, and I liked it.
Dude, you guys got to give up the Taco Bell, man.
I know where it's
so
a Van Auken thing.
It's so bad.
It's horrible.
What we got? We got King Green and Mauricio Ruffy.
Yeah, I like that fight. Ruffy's part of the Fighting Nerds too.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Let's see the right before the last fight of the prelim, you got Curtis Blades and Rizvan Kuniev.
That's the guy. El said that the Rizvan guy is really good. He's at American Top Team. I didn't really know him. I knew Curtis because he's a big name. Dude, look at Gene Silva. He's like so into Bruce Buffer. He's like kind of it's a little weird.
What's with that bad back of the head?
He's giving him the nerd glasses.
Bisping's trying to interview him. Like, come on, man.
Like he's almost, I hate to say it, he's a little bit too much over the top for me.
Yeah.
He's a little over the top, right?
That's what the announcers were saying, yeah.
Like,
come on,
dude.
And that's why I said, like, I never liked that stuff. Like, when I watch the NFL and I see these guys just carrying on, I'm like, I know I'm older and I'm old school. I just don't like that, man. Just shut up and do celebrating a first down in 13 minutes left in the first quarter. Just give the ball to the ref and go back to the huddle. What the hell are you doing? Celebrate. You got to the 34-yard line in your own zone. Like, just it drives me nuts, or like you're winning 63-2 and you get a sack and you're celebrating like you just won the Super Bowl. Like you're kicking their ass. Good. Anyway, get off my lawn too, That's it. They have some fights to fill out on this still. There's only 3 listed on the prelims and 2 on the early prelims. They got to throw some last minute fights on this thing on 313.
I think there are 1 or 2 more. There's.
Am I just not seeing it on the Goog?
Yeah.
Or are they gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the main? Then you got 3 and 2. Let's see what the official site says.
Gene Silva's a star. Yeah, he's dancing. He's like
too much. Yeah.
Baja Blast. It's so good, isn't it, Sean?
Baja Blast. I
Yeah.
don't know if I've ever had it. I gotta try Del Taco.
Mike Bean struck only time he is when he's sober. It's a TD where you drop the ball. Yeah, that's the worst. Sober.
How does that happen in the
NFL?
NFL?
They're showing the PPV. So 2 weeks away, guys. Guys, Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Balmanos. Sorry, I'm butchering his last name. That fight is amazing. That card is insane.
Bahamondes.
Maybe the female fight shouldn't be on it. Maybe.
What's wrong with dude? It's a 5 or 7. Amanda Lemos. You gotta say it like that too. Lemos.
The other 4 fights are awesome. God, that's a great pay-per-view. That's the best. That's better than 314 and 315. I will die on that hill.
Dude, you just criticized one of the fights. You're still gonna say it's...
Yeah, the other 4 are so good. Especially the co and main are the best co and main together. That's insane. Gaethje versus Hooker. Gaethje versus Hooker, and then you have Alex Pereira. Like,
dude,
Pereira. Come on, Rob Font. It's part of the parlay, guys.
Gaethje and Hooker.
Oh my goodness,
should be exactly what we expect it to be,
and it will be. It will be.
I mean, Gaethje's just so exciting to watch. I don't know though. I mean, Max took him apart in his last fight, right? That was his last fight.
Yeah.
You assume that's not going to change a guy like Gaethje, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. He is getting older.
He is not getting younger. That's for sure.
That's what happens, right?
Yeah. Fucking rock just keeps spinning, you know?
Oh, let's go with it. Like this, Christopher J. Island Fights, March 7th, UFC March 8th. Dave and I are going to have a fun weekend. I know. And Chris, here's the funny thing. This is my dadism. So March 7th, great Island Fights, Biloxi, Mississippi, Hard Rock Casino. Love that building. Love that. It's going to be a great night. As soon as I say that last word on the commentary desk, I am driving my happy butt home. Because March 8th is opening day for our baseball season. I don't know if you saw the schedules out.
Yeah,
Colin plays at 10.
Yep.
The girls play at 12. I have 2 games. And guys, Pensacola and Biloxi. Biloxi's 2 more hours past it. I can't even sleep a little bit. I can't even take a gas break. I need to drive my happy butt because if we get over at 11, Biloxi's an hour back to where Central Time. So I lose an hour driving. So that's 12. I got to get back home. So I will be flying.
Is it 8 hours away?
Kind of 8 pushing 9, but then you lose an hour. I know.
Right.
So it's like 8.5 really.
Right.
So, but it's 9.5.
Right.
So if the car gets over at 11, do the math. I got to get home.
You're going to be pulling into the driveway at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
For an 11 a.m. game or whatever you said.
Got to get to Collins game and then coach the girls.
Now there's no way to fly out there, especially at that time at night, right?
Exactly. I thought about it. That's my wife said the same thing. She's like, why don't you just fly? There's no flights from Biloxi, Mississippi to Orlando or Daytona at midnight or at 6 a.m.
Right.
You know, there are flights.
You're about to hit a huge parlay here, man. Just get a charter flight, no?
Go get the private jet.
Get the Fight Bananas chopper, bro.
Dude, that'd be the day. That'd be the day. Talking about that, I can't wait to go to Orlando for Universal Studios for the PFL. Cannot wait.
We getting invites or what? Or have you badmouthed them too much?
No, Tony, the media person already wrote me. I think, and I told him, I was like,
tell her it's a +1.
I was like, no, Tony, it's like a +5. L's coming to them all. You know, Jonathan wants to come. I got like 5 people coming.
Of course. Well, as long as I get to brush elbows a couple times, man, I will more than happy to
appreciate
assist
it, Sean. But like, I think you'll understand this. It's funny too. I don't before the show. I probably commentated 20 different events, 22 events. Every event you're doing so much stuff. People have no idea how much stuff you're doing before it. Like information could be little stuff for the the tape-ins of it.
Oh, for Island Fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially this is a big one. This is at the Hard Rock. It's like they're trying to push it. It's got 7 pro fights on it.
Right. And as
look at this. Uncle Drew says I'm in for the PFL.
There he is.
We're gonna have a team.
As a professional, you owe it to the production to not just show up and be like, who's this guy? Like, oh, this is what's his name? like you got to do some homework and know what you're talking about. You can't just, show up and wing it. Maybe if you're, super deep into it, you can wing it a little bit, but you got to know what you're talking about, man. And then for Island Fights, you get to interview everybody like normal shows, right? You get some media access and
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's a good one. All right. This is the big one for us, guys. Rob Font, a veteran of the game, fought the who's who, has some good wins, has some losses, and he's fighting a 16-0 pro. And the reason why I like Font, you see it when you see it. This kid is looked good, but he's never fought that level of competition like a Rob Font. So we'll see. We'll see if he's the real deal. He's undefeated. He doesn't know how to lose yet. But I'm sticking with the veteran, Rob Font. I like it.
So going back to Gaethje real quick.
Oh, you can go to Gaethje anytime you want.
He is 36, which
He's actually a little bit younger than I thought, to be honest.
But 36 isn't helping him any.
Yeah. It's getting there.
But ready for his losses? Eddie Alvarez. Heard of him?
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
You know him, right?
Both world champions.
Some guy by the name of Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Know him, right?
Best ever.
Another guy, Brazilian, Charles Oliveira.
Yep. So,
and this young lad from Hawaii, Max Holloway.
Yeah. 5 champions, 5 bona fide Hall of Famers. That's what I mean.
Instant walk-in Hall of Famers. Yeah. All of them.
Yeah.
Gaethje has beat everybody else. And some, like in the case of Dustin Poirier, has beat and lost to him.
Yeah.
And
he fought off as he was the young guy trying to get through, beat him. To beat Michael Chandler, I see there. Ferguson. And guys, you ready for this one? Justin Gaethje, is the first guy to create the Tony Ferguson it's like the punchline joke now. That Tony Ferguson won 12 straight fights and was the interim world champion. Like, that was the man. No one beat Ferguson. And Gaethje did. So that win is amazing. Who's in front of Ferguson?
Cowboy
Cerrone,
Edson Barboza, James Vick, Michael Johnson.
I saw James Vick almost die. Yeah, no, true story. True story.
And then then you get kind of WSOF into the weeds a little bit, but I mean, he walks into the
insane
the UFC.
I think he beats Hooker. I feel good about that.
I think so.
I think he beats Hooker.
Again, as long as the Holloway fight didn't.
Let me do this, guys.
That's almost a year ago now. So he has said that he wants to take time and take the right fight and get a full camp. Like, I've heard him say that on some of these, all access shows or whatever, that, he's not just going to take late notice fights anymore. And as we just discussed, why should he? He's fought every name in the UFC history. So he doesn't have to take a short notice fight if Justin Gaethje doesn't want to. So he's taken a good amount of time off, and hopefully he has a short memory. And I like Dan Hooker too, but I think it's just going to be a great fight. I think it has a potential not to live up to the Max Holloway fight, but that type of fight.
Yeah,
where
totally agree.
Although it was one-sided, it was a war.
And it's weird. Maybe this is a hot take. There's no way the Hooker or Gaethje fight is a one-sided fight. It could end earlier than people think. We could see a TKO in the second, but both guys are going to throw enough and throw back and forth at each other. It's not going to be a one-sided fight. I would almost guarantee that.
That's what I think. I think Hooker has a chance of.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Gaethje has a chance of catching Hooker early. That's what I think.
Real quick. Yeah, Bill, when the fights are on, we'll definitely break it down, especially in the main event with Triple C. So we'll break that down. Rob Font's getting the Vaseline on him, so we're just we're joshing right now about Gaethje and Hooker.
We're not going to give you like the exact play-by-play, but we'll try to stay on task as best we can. We're not we're not the A team, but
Chris, I totally agree with you. Those 2 fights against Luis Palomino, insane. Totally agree.
I noticed that they were back to back. I noticed that.
Good point on that, Chris. I agree with you.
Yeah, and he won TKO leg kicks and punches and TKO punches, both in Phoenix, Arizona. to defend lightweight championship, Chris.
Yeah. So, guys, Font 37. He's the underdog, 21-8. He's ranked 9. But Gene Matsumoto, 16-0, age 25, looks the part, looks phenomenal. But guys, until I see it, I see it. You know, I'll be dead wrong if Gene walks right through him, and my parlay will be washed away forever. And give me some Rob Font.
And Chris, interesting tidbit about that. That was he fights Palomino March 28th, 2015, and then that second fight was less than 6 months later, September 18th, 2015. So, like, you know, so 10 days shy of 6 months later.
That's wild.
Yeah. He was fighting like 2-3 times a year back then.
Wow, they put this kid in the featured fight on a main card. That's usually a good sign for a youngin.
All right, which one is this we got? No, I'm on the wrong thing here.
Rob Font is 4-4 as a UFC underdog. That's good. That's if you're an underdog, you should lose. So if you're 500, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Gene Matsumoto, 16-0, like you said. Rob Font, 21-8.
Pretty crazy. I'm very intrigued. So this is a big one for the parlay, guys. We need Rob Font for the Van Auken girls to get some Elsa shoes.
Got the no nonsense Keith Peterson as the third man in the ring tonight. Let's see, it's in Washington, so it's only 7 p.m. out there.
Go, Rob Font!
Font just opening up, just going straight at him. It was a catchweight, 140. Who missed?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they. That's funny. They said I don't know if they agreed with that beforehand or something happened. I actually don't know. Gene's going for a takedown. Rob Font's doing great takedown defense. Yeah, like
pushing his head down,
man bodying him.
Puts him up against the fence.
Good start for Font. Not gonna lie.
Some good body work there.
Come on, Rob.
So Font's still working him against the fence here.
Good knee there by Gene. Another one.
I'll try and see why.
Oh, Gene took this on short notice. That's what it was. Rob Font was supposed to fight Dominic Cruz.
They're showing a replay.
That was the co-main event.
Oh, yeah. They're showing a replay on the bottom left. His opening salvo made his knees go a little wonky for Matsumoto. Did I say that right? I'm doubting myself. Yeah, Matsumoto. Matsumoto again trying to go for the takedown. Font mostly stuffing it. I don't know if he ever got him down, if that'll count as a takedown, but Font doing a good job defending early.
Come on, Font.
Something happened. A little dirty for sure. Typically, you lean.
Big shot by Font.
Brendan saying they are not friends. You guys know what they're talking about? There's some issue these guys had. Ooh, Font working hard.
Ooh, nice shot
good
by
right hand.
Gene.
Yeah. Put him on his back heel a little bit. Good left jab by Font, though. Matsumoto got his takedown. Font instantly trying to get a triangle working here. Oh, no. What is he going for? Something with his arm? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Jiu-jitsu. David, why are you trying to make me do this?
He's got him great. Yeah. He's got like his he's got his arm wrapped with his leg.
Yeah, it's like the formation was like that of a triangle, but it was on his shoulder. So you BJJ folks can tell us what that is. Now he's just holding his arm to the side here, almost like he's looking for. This is one of those situations where the ref is like, should be like, all right, guys, come on.
Because they're almost like at a
advance.
stalemate.
Yeah, like
they're at no one's happy.
He's not trying to advance. It's kind of like a stalemate, exactly right. But they got out of it. So they're moving around now.
Okay, so Sean said that Gene looked for the tap of the gloves that everyone does at the beginning, and Rob Font kind of like went for that a little bit and then threw punches. Didn't do the glove touch.
Yeah, I agree with that.
A little Chimaev.
Yeah. So that's what Bisping or somebody said. You shook hands at the weigh-ins. But I agree. It's a cheap shot. Matsumoto looking for some kind of
a little guillotine.
Maybe a little gilly there. Yeah.
Don't be silly. Drop the gilly.
Font's wise to it, fighting his hand off.
Weird,
it's tough.
Weird first round because to me, Font was doing really good standing, right? But the last minute and a half, close to 2 minutes, Gene's kind of been on top, been in control. A little ground and pound, a couple of submission attempts. I'm a damage guy, though. I always have and always will. I would always lean Font. But if someone gave Gene the round one, I understand. I had a lot of good control.
And another takedown.
Big slam there.
Yeah, big slam from Matsumoto.
Yeah, doesn't feel good.
Yeah, that move's a little cheap. I agree with what the announcers were saying. The fake the glove tap and
because I'm fine if you don't tap glove and fight, but don't fake it. Don't throw it up there. Be like you can, because usually before the thing they do that. Just say no. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
So Chris says Matsumoto. You might be right.
Yeah. If you're not friends and you don't want to do that and you don't want to show respect to the guy, fine.
Yeah.
Don't fake it. I agree. Just like before, don't celebrate the first down in the first quarter. Don't fake don't be corny like that. Nobody likes that.
Come on, Font. I need this.
What's the best case scenario you do that? You fake it, you knock the guy out, and everybody goes, "You're a cheap asshole."
Yeah, I know.
What's the upside there?
And that's what I mean. I would just say, and you could get it this easily done. You could just say, "Hey, tell your fighter." The coach could do it. You could tell the ref, be like, "Hey, we are not touching gloves. Tell him I'm not touching it." Just
Yeah, you don't even have to. You don't even have to do all that. Just walk out like this. Yeah, just walk out with your hands up.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do it.
Come on, Font. Box him. Throw the leather.
Matsumoto working the lower leg kicks. Font trying to get his boxing going.
Looks good. It's fun. To me, it's cold outside. I'm not gonna lie. And like in the studio in here, it's not the warmest place. It's very whatever if it's 100 degrees outside, my studio is 100 degrees. If the studio is 55 degrees, it's 55 degrees. There's no air or heat really. There is, but I don't know. It doesn't feel so. I'm
good right hand from Font.
And I was wearing it for dinner. Jeez, you feel good? You love it?
I run hot. Yeah,
you do run hot.
I have a fan here that if it gets too hot, I can turn it on. So,
but it's perfect. You probably it's nice in there, right?
Yeah, no, today it's perfect. Yeah. But I love the denim jacket that looks like it's from 1985, but the patches say otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Did you add patches to an old jacket, or did you buy a jacket that purposely looks like shit?
Yankees. That's like my kids already. They want the cuts in the jeans. It's more expensive if the jeans have holes in them. So
yeah. See, I always bought jeans just wore them for 6 years, and the cuts naturally happen.
Yeah, they organically happen.
Yeah. But you got like the captain of the football team. You didn't play football. You got the Incredibles. You are an incredible dad. What you got over there? Support.
Yeah, support the troops.
There you go. All right.
God bless America.
Brothers in the
Yankees.
Yankees down there. All right.
I got another support the troops. This side is Monsters Inc. I got two. I got an All-Star. We were at the Rangers game, and they had an All-Star patch. Susie hasn't done that one for me yet.
Now, did you put this all together, or did it come with these?
No, these are all one-offs.
Now you're sewing the patches on. yourself?
Suzius, yeah.
Suzius. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how to sew.
You don't know how to sew?
No.
Really?
Don't know how to sew or shave. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Well, I know that they should have taught you at least one of those skills in home economics. The other one, I mean, shame on you.
Oh man.
I trim. I don't shave either. I know how to.
Dave's G jacket look like he's a captain of ATT at least. Dude, I appreciate that.
Captain of what?
I appreciate it. American Top Team.
Oh.
I like it.
You got
Come on, Font.
Hawaiian shirt and
we're the
jacket.
Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Good
that by
body
Font.
shot, yeah.
Yeah. Nice little jab up there. Rip to the body. Dude, Gene's doing great leg work.
Yeah.
Great leg work.
Font caught him with another jab.
But Font is starting to like, hey, if you hit my legs, that means you're vulnerable upstairs, and he's hitting them. Close round again.
Oh. Yeah, Font is thrown with hate and discontent. Oh, takedown from Matsumoto.
Dude, I think he's gonna win these rounds.
Pops right back up. Looks like Matsumoto is grabbing the cage. Keith was
getting on him,
pulling somebody's hand off the cage. Another takedown right there from Matsumoto.
Wow, man.
Font working on
buster,
standing back
guys.
up. Could be. He stuffed 6 of 7. They didn't give him a second one for that. I guess that was just. Oh no, Font's pulling the cage.
Stop grabbing the cage, Font.
Yeah, Matsumoto's got his foot. He dropped it.
He's in deep and deep.
Yeah, hands
Wow,
together down below his ass.
Slam. Again, and it was close standing, but I thought that Font was
He was
doing
going
good in
for
the
a
stand
Kimura
up.
there off his back.
But with all these takedowns, like
I don't know that.
I would lean Gene.
Can he get a Kimura from that angle?
Yeah, I agree, Sean. I think it could be down 0-2.
Yeah, especially with those takedowns. Good right hand though on separation.
He's doing good standing. Like and
Yeah.
Gene's no slouch at all, but I lean Font when they're striking with each other. I think he's just doing more.
Yeah,
like
good
another shot to the
work.
body. 10 left of round number 2 for us. Man. Oh, nice head kick by Gene.
Yeah, Font's not afraid to take one to give a few.
Yeah,
You know, like
Good call.
that's sometimes you watch these fighters, they step in or they're afraid to step in because they know they're going to take one. He's like, I know I'm going to take one, so I'm going to send 3, and it may not necessarily be successful or doing any damage, but you can tell he's like, I'm going to have to go through fire here. And that's just the way it's going to be. I always appreciate that from a fighter. Obviously it's different as you go up in weight, but like if you're able to trade a little bit. I don't know. So what do you guys think? 2-0? What do you got? Yeah, Chris has 2-0.
We need a pep talk.
Yeah.
All right. So if I was in the corner, I go, Rob, look at me, Rob. You're down 2-0, kid. We need you to hunker down, okay? We need you to get gritty. We need you to get cheap and dirty. I want low blows, eye pokes, and knees to the head. We need to win this fight.
I don't want to chase chickens, Mick.
He just needs to stand. If he stands with them,
Ooh, nice right hand, good left.
Yeah.
Font's throwing, baby.
But then sometimes he gets too close to him. He's doing good in the stand-up, and he gets too inside, and that's when Gene gets a takedown. So we'll see. Come on, Font. 4.5 minutes. Telling you guys, I'm the parlay never wins. I'm 0 and 180.
Should have taken that buyout, man.
I almost did too. I usually do. Like I said, I told you I was like, yeah, I usually do.
Uppercut from Matsumoto there. Did they send you one?
I looked at it. It wasn't as much as I thought. It was like high 180s. It was like 180, 170.
Rob Font's not making that.
And I like this one even more than the Cejudo one. I felt the Cejudo was the tough one.
I mean, Rob Font's been pressuring the whole fight, though.
Yes.
He keeps walking forward.
Oh, nice.
The only time he was walking back was when he got caught that one time. But he's pressuring, he's stepping forward. Like I said, he's throwing these punches with hate and discontent, man. He's looking to finish. But he's not finding Matsumoto on the end of him.
Ooh,
like a step in elbow.
Yeah, I like that by Font. Oh, caught him. Caught him bad. Yeah,
wow, I didn't even think he caught him that hard. Just enough to slice him open right up on his forehead, guys. He's leaking bad. Font needs to do some more damage. Nice knee there in the clinch. And Matsumoto tried to give him an elbow of his own. Wasn't there. Well, it certainly speaks to damage, so that will help him for this round, but I don't know that there's enough that he did in the first two.
Right.
Comments seem to think he's down 2-0. So
I saw some of the tweets too. It looked some that I saw a couple. They had it 1-1. I saw a couple, but I saw 10 tweets real quick. 7 of them had 2-0 Gene, and 3 had 1-1. If it's 1-1, we get lucky.
Yeah, Matsumoto looking for a takedown, couldn't get his hands
connected.
Now
Font needs to pop out of this.
Yep. So Matsumoto went for a takedown. Font was able to push him back against the fence. But he needs to separate. They're showing the replay of the elbow. Oh, it did catch him so flush.
Really flushed. Oh, big shot by Font.
Yeah, Matsumoto was going down in his head, just boom, with the force of the elbow. From the one angle we saw, it didn't look like much.
I like it, Sean. Telling you, hey, I've seen worse. Like I thought the first round, to be honest, that was the round. I thought Font did better than what people thought. Standing up, I thought Font won. Gene got him down late in the rounds, like a minute or two left, but didn't do a crazy amount of damage. So, like,
right,
I've seen worse. I think Gene won round 2. I'm super biased, so I'm leaning Font round 1, and then this is the Font round for sure, right?
Yeah, and he's still got time to work here.
Yeah, let's put him away.
Yeah, let's throw some volume. Minute 40 left.
Go Font.
Oh, missed the knee. Nice elbow there. Maybe not. A little sloppy, but it's still.
Oh, the knee.
There's a knee.
There's a knee.
There you go. There's that pep talk.
Dude, tell him I should be in his corner. Get down and dirty.
Need you to go in there and kick him in the balls.
They just
like Grant says, you get one for free.
Yeah. Good fight, dude. This UFC Seattle, take my money. Jeezy. This has been better than any pay-per-view I've seen so far this year.
That's a bold statement, David.
And I missed some of the earlier fights and stoppages, but to see the highlights of it and to hear about it, he is gushing. Gene is
bleeding
gushing.
Bad. Yeah.
Remember when you were a kid, you had the
caught him
gushers?
with another elbow there in the clinch. And I think
40 big seconds left.
Matsumoto caught him with a right.
I hate to say it. I would love a 10-8. Love a 10-8.
Yeah, right.
Because a draw, you don't lose the bet. You don't win it. Your parlay lowers.
Missed.
But like right now, I think I'm going to lose it. So we'll see.
Font ducked under that spinning back fist.
G,
they are both throwing
what
now.
A fight, right?
Lots of volume now. Went for a spinning back fist again. Pulled it because he knew he wasn't there.
10.
Ooh, flying knee misses.
Oh, big shots by Font. Gene's throwing big shots back. Holy
3 seconds
crap.
left. Missed kick. There's the bell. Woo.
Dude, great fight.
Now they shake hands and hug it out. There you go. Font's pointing at him, looking at the crowd like, this fucking guy here. Now they're friends. Not bad. I don't know. Are we going Sizzler or what? We going to Sizzler?
I'm super biased, but I think that's it. I'm fine with it. I say it all the time. I am biased. I thought Font won round 1 and round 3, and Gene won round 2. I have Font 29-28.
All right.
That's what I got, boys.
I mean, I can't disagree with you. I don't think I can. I mean, I could. What's that?
No, just what you're saying. Like, no, but if Gene wins 2 out of 3, I get it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in those first 2 rounds, there wasn't a ton of damage or takedowns by Matsumoto. Didn't hold him down for very long.
Right.
There was some, control time in the second round there.
Yeah, fun fight, Chris. I agree. Yeah, I think it's been a fun card.
Yeah.
Good card.
Absolutely.
We got 2 left, dude. I love
2 left,
Brendan Allen versus Fluffy Hernandez.
Middleweight and a bantamweight, baby.
Should be fun. All 4 guys are really, really good, high level. All 4. Let's see.
So that was an interesting topic. We're trying to figure out the other day with Cejudo. He left because he was upset with the UFC, right? He initially retired. He was kind of bad enough in the UFC,
it was
right?
Just
about
like
pay or whatever.
Yeah, he felt like he a big money fight, and it just wasn't there, and it just, it was. He left. His first fight was the first COVID fight, and so like UFC to me has had a boom since.
Yeah.
So like he kind of missed out on it. But here we go, Boost Buffer. Dude, Fawn has his hand up. He feels good. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, go to the judge's scorecard.
Whoa,
1 score. It's going to be a split.
29-28. Come on, closed captioning guy. 29-28. And Mike Bell scores contest 29-28 for Rob Font.
Let's
baby.
go!
We go Sizzler. We going Sizzler on a split.
Let's go! You got to get lucky on a parlay, guys. You got to get lucky. Let's go.
There we go. Talk to your people. I'll be back.
Wow. Guys, we alive. We are alive. We are a Henry Cejudo win away from $1,000 clean dollars. I'm telling you. Thanks, Sean. Dave, the cash out needs to be solid. Are you going to take it and risk it? If it's over 500, I cash out 100%. And I know Cejudo's the betting underdog, so they probably, I would assume they're going to cash me out at like 330, 350. I probably don't take that. If it's around 500, I cash out. That's 2 extremely close fights. I think you should have won that either way. Appreciate it, Drew. Happy for Dave. Judges got it wrong. Round 1. I think Font won round 1. I'm biased. I know I'm biased. But I think he won round 1. Let's go. Wow. I'm going to post some Rob Font stuff real quick, guys. What a card this has been. What a freaking card. Yeah, there we go. Rob Font round 1, guys. There you go. There's the 2 scorecards. I nailed that. I thought Gene won round 2, won Font round 3, and 2 out of the 3 judges won round 1. He was better standing up for those first 3.5 minutes. Rob Font wins the UFC via split decision.
A split decision. Oh, here you go. Gaethje versus Hooker. Career finishes 21-18. Significant strikes per minute 6.78, 5.60. Strikes absorbed per minute. Strike accuracy 59.2% for Gaethje, 51.6. Performance awards: Gaethje 13, Hooker 6.
It's insane.
Golly,
that's insane.
2 weeks from tonight, they're showing Gaethje and Hooker highlights. Man,
cannot wait for that, guys.
Ooh. The Chandler fight, the Ferguson fight, Hooker and who was that? Hooker and. Yeah, Poirier fight, man.
Jeez. Yeah, in Vegas too. They need it. Vegas needs a banger.
Did they announce a Poirier fight yet?
No, not yet. They're
The
really
hell?
it's all about the venues. He really wants it in New Orleans, and they have that smoothie. They have one NBA arena, and other than that, they don't have a lot of good venues for
Right.
that kind of show. And people don't understand this. One, it's during basketball season, which is tough, and then
Right.
two, dude, some of these big arenas, they sell out Fridays and Saturdays because that's
Right.
where people do
Right.
it. So Lady Gaga's there on a Saturday,
Right.
and they got Matchbox 20 there on a Saturday. These are the two bands that came to my head. So like
Yeah.
Kevin Hart goes and performs in New Orleans.
Yeah, Matchbox 20. Yeah.
Dude, come on. They were banging late 90s.
Gonna go see Creed too? Jeez.
Dude, don't, if you're making fun of Creed, come on.
Nickelback?
None less. It goes Creed, Matchbox, Nickelback. I'll rank bands all night long. That's a fun thing. So there's just not a lot of possible dates. And also, dude, the UFC pay-per-views, if you know, they love doing it the first weekend. That's their thing. And I have a cup of tea behind that, or the second one. So I'll ask Coach Mike and you guys, why do the UFC purposefully puts their pay-per-views on the first Saturday of the month?
First Saturday of the month. Why do they do that? It's a great question. I don't have any insight into why, other than maybe payroll or something. I don't know. I have no clue.
Well, pay has to do with it. Most Americans, at the end of their month, their bills are due at the end. So they have to pay rent, their car, insurance, whatever they do. So they want their pay-per-views at the beginning of the month when you're not thinking about money.
Cash rich.
You're cash rich. Oh, I want to get the show. If it's the last week of the month and then you got rent or the UFC pay-per-view, sometimes you got to go rent and not get the pay-per-view. But your early Americans are bad with their money. They'll spend the $70 or $80 early in the month. That's why they do it.
Interesting.
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, makes sense. That's not how I do my bills, but
yeah,
makes sense I know a lot of people do their bills that way.
Everyone's at different times in their lives in different scenarios. Sometimes all of us have been higher and lower, but that's got to be a tough way to live. I hope no one is like that. Like at the end, it's like, oh, I got to get this last check of the month.
Bone Thugs and Harmony had a song about it, right? Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up.
When I was a teenager, I used to call it Hungry Thursdays. I used to be hungry out there.
That was about the welfare check, wasn't it? Always comes on the first of the month.
Oh,
right?
That's why they were singing that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up. Yeah.
And the kids, so they just say Bone. It's not Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Well, I used to call them Bone Thugs.
Oh, okay.
Now they just call them Bone.
Yeah, just a Bone.
All right.
Talking about Bone. Brendan All-In Allen versus Anthony
That's a professional
Hernandez.
right there, everybody.
Yeah.
That's called a transition in the biz.
This is a rematch. 8 years in the making. They fought at LFA. I remember watching that fight because I've been watching and following Brendan for a long time. And like that was one of his early losses. So I was like, oh, I want to go back and watch it. Really good fight. But yeah, Fluffy was definitely what he is now. I think I could be wrong. Brendan to me has gotten a lot better since that fight. But we'll see. I'm rooting Brendan here. Brendan's the underdog. I'm rooting for him.
Dude, speaking of going back and watching fights, man, there were some really good old school UFC fights in my algorithm this week, man.
Uncle Drew goes, didn't have Bone Thugs and Harmony on my bingo card for you boys tonight.
Hell yeah, man.
You never know.
Listen,
you never
the
know.
only thing that's off the list is country in my book.
All right.
We're
talking about Del Taco. We got Ilya Taporia talk. We got Bone Thugs and Harmony talk. The Yankees are back.
Oh, yeah.
We got baseball spring training. So
I love some Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. Kids call it Bone. Just say Bone.
Bone Thugs, man.
Jacob's gonna come back from 8th grade and like, can I get a Bone shirt?
Like listen, son.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
We gotta talk.
Talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony. Let's go, BA. I'm sorry, I'm biased on this. I'm going for Brendan.
Speaking of bias, dude, you just led me right into that, man.
Yeah.
I am very biased. In my age, I had the best music in the history of the the human race. I grew up with the best rock and roll, the best rap. Like, dude, the mid to late 90s killed it. Because you got, guess what? Where I grew up in New Jersey, you had Hot 97, you got Biggie, you got Tupac, you got Nas, you got everything. Then you had Z100, which played all your pop music. Then we had Q1043, which ran all the old school music. So you had Zeppelin, you had Steve Miller, you had all those old guys.
Yeah, Creedence?
Of course, Creedence Clear, CCR.
Little
Yeah,
CCR.
And then you had 92.3 K-Rock, which, of course, I wasn't the biggest fan of them, but Howard Stern in the morning, and then all rock and roll of, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and all that stuff, all the current hits. It's the best time in music because you were close enough to like the 70s.
Yeah.
You had the 90s rap, the 90s grunge and alternative. The best time to be alive musically.
I was going to say, not a great time to be alive, but music was great.
What's wrong with being alive in the night? It was a wonderful time.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Yankees with beards.
Yankees
yes,
were doing good. Yeah, the Bulls
good.
were doing good.
They were.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of Yankee chatter in the chat.
Yeah.
Like it. Why don't you think Mike was talking about the 60s? I was about to go and say legal back then. Oh, whoa.
What?
Y'all, I think Mike was talking about the 60s. I was about to say acid was legal back then.
60s was a great time to be alive. I was not alive then, though. But yes, the 60s would have been a fun time to experience.
You guys got Fluffy Hernandez, the big betting favorite, or you got Brendan All-In Allen? What do you guys got right now? I'm going with BA.
So here's some of the things that came up on my algorithm. Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar.
That's a good one.
Lesnar versus Mir 2. Chuck Liddell and Wanderlei, I can never say his first name, Silva.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the other ones? And then those were the big ones I watched.
Those are fun.
Those are some fun fights to watch. But that era, there are a whole bunch of other ones from like that time frame that just kept popping up. And then once you watch one, it's like, hey, why don't you watch this one? That's like, holy shit, these are some good fights, man.
People don't understand, like especially on like the YouTube fights, like I watch 6 in a row. You never just watch one.
Like Silva and Liddell was a great fight. First of all, you turn it on and it's the video is like 15 minutes and 40 seconds. You're like, oh, this is going to be a war. Okay. And because, of course, that wasn't a title fight. So it was three 5-minute rounds. So like, you put some on, you're like, major fight that is for a belt or something. And it's an 8-minute video. You're like, that's going to happen quick,
Yeah.
But you turn one, it's a 25.5-minute video. You're like, oh, this is going to be a 5-round war. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of like old school fights like that. They're just so fun to watch. Then I got into some of like the best knockout by year. It's like an hour-long video going all the way back.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Oh, they're so fun. And some of them you forget about. You're like, holy shit.
We don't mention the GFL here, Chris. We don't mention that's the GFL roster. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly, Christopher.
Dude,
yeah.
BA still 29 years young. He's the 275 underdog. 24-6, ranked number 9. Fluffy Hernandez, 31, 13-2, only 15 fights. Brendan Allen's got 30, so that's pretty wild. So I'm excited.
You know what's funny about the Lesnar Mir fight? There's this one sequence where right before it ends, Lesnar has his arm and he's like punching up under his armpit into his face. And like in my head, the word lunchbox came in, right? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And like a second later, Rogan's like, he's hitting him with those big lunchbox of a hand. I'm like, how many times have I seen this fucking clip?
Great Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I was like, just my brain went lunchbox. And he's like, hey, he's hitting him with those big lunchbox.
I love it.
Like, holy shit, I've seen this clip too many times. But yeah, Christopher, that's the GFL roster. Did you hear the guy on The Fighter and the Kid? Was it last week or the week before talking about GFL?
Yeah.
He did a really good job selling the damn thing. I will say that. But then, yeah.
I watched it. I listened to it.
I thought he sold it, but we also, then you look at the roster and you go,
I know too much.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like once, because that was, I think, before they did the draft, right?
No, it was after the draft, but it was before the fight announcements. And he kind of like hinted at a couple.
Yeah.
Remember on the show, he hinted at a couple.
You're like, okay, yeah. Like he wants to pay him well, he wants it. But as I'm listening to it, I'm like, I know they probably are going to struggle with some.
If no boss, and this fight's about to start, and no boss is going to come in and be like, hey, okay, we might hire you. You're going to have 3 weeks paid vacation. We're going to double your pay. Like it's all just sugar coat candy and fairy tales. Like, let's see. All right. Brendan Allen outside leg kick to start with Fluffy. Dude, this is a big fight. Really big fight in the middleweight division. Fluffy is the Fluffy is the minus 300 underdog.
That leg.
Yeah. Two BAs look good to start.
Looked like Allen almost took a shot there.
Oh! Gets the head kick on Fluffy, jumps on his back, but Fluffy switches him.
Yeah.
Gets on top. Grappling City we go.
Yeah, Hernandez almost looked like he took a shot there, and Allen caught him with an uppercut and then waved at him like
Wow.
And then that
great grappling exchange here.
Yeah, Allen jumped on his back and slipped off. Like to jump right on his back. He swept around him, tried to get a choke and just fell right off. And Hernandez will get on top of it.
Brendan looks humongous. Like he just looks huge. He's trying to get on Fluffy's back again, not working. BA, let that go. He just looks really big to Fluffy.
Yeah, he looks really tall. I don't know if it's just the angle that he's standing at. But I mean, these are big boys. This is middleweight, so I mean,
I like how Brendan dyed his hair. I don't know why I like it a lot. Like blonde, Dan Hooker's a big thing. Blonde, Brendan Allen. Come on. That's not where you want to be with Fluffy. Like Fluffy's really good on top with his ground control, ground and pound. Like this is exactly where Hernandez wants to be right now. Yeah, guys, my cash out was $230. I didn't take it.
All right.
Didn't take
one to go, baby. One to go, and we going Sizzler.
I thought it would be higher than that, to be honest.
Yeah, Brendan Allen's 6'2".
Cejudo's a big underdog. Come on, BA.
So, yeah, Brendan Allen's my height. And then Fluffy Hernandez.
Also just like his shoulders. He just looks big, but he is a monster at this. Very
Fluffy's
good.
6 foot.
Nice strikes there by Fluffy. Just has him kind of wrapped. He's just an anaconda, just on his back, snaking him. Crowd chanting for Fluffy. They're chanting
Hernandez working his neck, trying to get a choke.
Yeah, I agree, Sean.
They're what?
He thinks it would be higher. Brendan
Allen reversing on top.
I thought it would have been more than 230, but so who does the underdog? I'm letting it ride. Didn't I tell you guys at the beginning of the show, 4 out of 5? It's just right. Cejudo will get TKO'd into another universe. I don't know. I like him in this spot, though. I really do.
Leave his gloves in the ring.
Big main event. I think he's got a lot of character. I think he's got a lot of will. You don't win an Olympic gold medalist with like that. I know it sounds super cliche, but like that heart of the champion type of thing.
Right.
Like he if he felt like he was going to lose this fight, I know this sounds really bad. I don't think he fights. Like if he really felt like he was going to just like, hey, I'm coming in here, I'm going to retire, I'm getting one more check. I don't think guys like that, like Cejudo, does that. That's kind of my take.
Yeah, I don't.
And he still might lose, but I think he feels confident.
Yeah.
Dude, Brendan's down on top.
He's
Go for a
going
Kimura. Give it to me, Brendan.
Oh, it looked like he almost had it, but then he straightened it out.
Dude, what a good fight. Good round. Big shots by Brendan. He's doing the Lesnar Frank Mir a little bit. Lunch boxes.
Oh, almost got his neck.
Try to go for a rear naked choke. Big short elbows here by Brendan on top. Has the naked choke in.
Has the neck.
Oh, 30 seconds. He almost had the rear naked choke.
Oh, a little elbow to the back of the head there, BA. You better. Oh, he's got it now. He's locked in. Oh, he spun into it. Hernandez, great job. Wow. He had it under and almost locked. Yeah. And Hernandez flipped right into it. Or out of it.
Oh, big shot by Brendan.
Split him right open. Instantly. Big gash on his forehead. Instantly split him open. End of the round. Woo!
What a round.
Cutman's going to have some work to do on that thing. I don't know if it was the way the blood dripped down, but it was straight across.
Let's go, BA. Come on.
Brendan Allen just beautiful elbow right to the forehead.
Come on.
Beauty, baby. Let's see what happens here. Round 2, babe. Let's see it. So I've been messed up my finger. I don't know how I messed it up, Dave. I don't know how. It's been bothering me for probably half a year. Horse around with the boys, you know, they come running at you, you just push and like bends your finger back. It'll be fine. It'll be feeling better, and we'll horse around. And man, so anyway, finally happened a couple weeks ago. Finally started feeling better. I'm throwing to Cooper, and he hit. I'm not wearing my glove because I'm just throwing. Cooper hits one right over my head. I just naturally stick my hand up and grab it. Jacked up my finger.
Same finger.
Same finger. It hurt.
Look at that short elbow.
Oh, dude. Instantly split him open. It hurt so bad, dude. I was like, why the hell did I do that? So, my finger's been jacked up.
Fluffy goes right for the takedown.
6 months straight. Yeah,
gets it.
Got him down.
Wow. Kind of has Brendan's back side angle here. Literally 10 seconds into the round. El Dawson just texted me a little thing about Fluffy Hernandez. So let's see. It's what Hernandez does. He's so good at he just gets in your grill and just gets on you. He's good at submission attempts, good at ground and pound, but they're just like the pressure. It's just like nonstop. Right. He has a real tight choke on BA right here.
Yeah, it looks like it's across his face.
Oh, his head popped out.
Yep.
But then here comes
ground and pound. They didn't show us the cut. They showed us the hit, but they didn't show us the cut in between rounds, did they? They went to a Hyundai commercial instead.
Wow.
No 10-6 to the Tate here, guys. Come on. Still one of my favorite clips.
Oh, Fluffy's got the rear naked in.
Does he have it?
No.
Nope. Brendan Allen spun into him.
He's just on him like white on rice. What a start of round 2 for freaking Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
Brendan Allen gave him his back, trying to scoot out.
You need to. You got to.
Yeah. Oh, across his face.
You got to pop open. You got to do something here.
Yeah.
Can't do this for 5 minutes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's waiting for a chance to explode up, maybe. He's taking shots, elbows and punches. Allen's holding on to his arm there.
Why not pop up? Pop up. Fluffy Hernandez, dominant start of round 2. We still got 250 left, and it just Brendan seems fine to be here.
Oh, there you go. Spun him off. Now he got him up top. Looking for Darce. No. Here we go. Come on.
Nice knee to the body by Fluffy.
Yeah, more ground action. All right. Hernandez takes his back. Doing work.
2 minutes left.
That was one, dude. That was one of the what the heck fight was it I watched the other day with Herb Dean? And dude, it was like 50 seconds in. He's like, let's work. Let's work.
Wow, BA rotates on him. Now he's on Fluffy's back.
There
Holy crap. What a roller coaster
beautiful
9
reversal.
minutes.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful reversal there.
Yeah, look at that's the first time I've ever seen reversals as the number on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
It says Allen 2, Hernandez 0. Trying to go for a rear naked, going for a neck crank.
Yeah, big crank.
But then Fluffy turns into him. If I was BA, I would just big shots.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. You got him against the fence there.
Big shots.
Let's get some shots, man. Shots.
Everybody!
He's backpacking him now. Oh,
and then he flips him off.
Hernandez like, no way, man. Get off.
Not enough damage.
Yeah, no, they're working.
I feel like both guys have some opportunities to hey, you might get up, but I'm gonna get 3 nice big elbows. Yeah. Him with the Rob Font elbow, I'm gonna get some shots here.
Right. Oh, you got the neck now. Nope. Jeez, man, they are both so slick at getting out of these. Every time you think it's in, it's like, whoop, they're right out of it. Ground control time. Yeah, Hernandez. Close to 5 minutes.
If he gets out of this round, I think round 1 was an Allen round. Round 2 is a Hernandez round.
Yeah.
Let's see round 3.
I don't want to hear any 10-8 bullshit. All right. You watch it.
No way.
Good.
No way. Not for me. Not either.
No, you've never suggested that. I don't know. It's getting there now. Hernandez is laying it on him in the last 10 seconds there.
Man.
Mr. Allen needs to get some work done in the 3rd round. I thought he had some momentum with that big elbow and cut at the end of the 1st, and Fluffy came out in 2nd, said, my turn. He said, my turn, you son of a bitch.
Round 3, Allen versus Fluffy. So funny. Round 1, I felt great about Brendan. I felt like he took the that wave by Fluffy, but did a great job reversing it. Got some big shots, got some submission attempts, some really tight submission attempts. And then round 2, I feel just as confident in Fluffy. Just the control, the pace, the cardio. He's on him. I felt Allen, I don't want to say gave up that round. Just a couple times I felt like needed to see him pop or do something and just never did. So round 3, big one.
Here it is.
Middleweight division. The rematch.
Oh, they're hugging. Big hug in the middle. Oh, did he get an eye poke? Brendan Allen thinks he got an eye poke. I don't know. Fluffy Hernandez seems to think it wasn't. Brendan Allen instantly grabbed his eye.
He's right. It was a punch that got him in the eye. That's not an eye poke.
It was weird. It was his fingers. It wasn't the glove. It was this part of his hand that got on his eye. So I could see why you might think, maybe a finger got in there, because it wasn't the leather that was on his eye. It was this part of his fingers. He was pawing away at him. Watch how it comes down. You know what I mean? It's this part here, not the leather.
Wow.
But yeah, Herzog says, let's go. So they're going. Oh, good
big shot by Brendan. Fluffy looks hurt.
Did he hurt him, or did he?
Fluffy looks hurt.
Same thing happened. Yeah, he did not like that shot. He just.
But Fluffy, big shots.
Yeah, dude, what are you doing, Allen?
Allen goes for an anaconda choke. Doesn't get it.
You got the guy sitting there like that. What are you doing?
I can't. This is too damn stressful.
Brendan Allen's letting you down. Oh, good left hand from Hernandez.
Big shot by Allen, though.
Yeah,
he's kind of walking him down.
Yeah, his corner.
Fluffy's going to be diving for those shorts quick.
Yeah.
I called that to a second.
Yeah.
To a T.
Allen, a little fence grab or no? Nope.
I would.
Looks like his corner was yelling at him. He's probably looking at him going, fuck you, don't rat me out.
Got to get up, Brennan. You got to move position out of here. Dude.
Yeah, post up and stand up. There you go.
Again, a minute and a half into this round, I felt more control, and he's kind of got a great stance on him right now. But the best spot, the best damage of this round belongs to Allen. Like
so
the short
far,
elbows.
Oh, about to dump him on his ass. Nope. Hands came up. Had him locked below his butt, but he couldn't get him.
Dude, Fluffy is just such a I saw a post earlier. He's like the middleweight Marab, like just nonstop, just comes in waves. Always kind of on you, always on your waist, going for necks. Dude, this is a big 230. I still feel like this is anyone's fight. Fluffy's in a phenomenal position, though. Yeah, now has his back. Most takedown landed in middleweight history. There you go. That's the Marab.
44 passes Chris Weidman. That's pretty good company to be holding. Allen looked like he was. Yeah. Looked like he came out with the right mentality, but now he's just struggling to get back up. What was that? Sorry, we're not talking very much. There's not much action going on. It's one of those fights where Hernandez is kind of just controlling where this fight is taking place.
Right.
Allen can't seem to stand up, and it's not that they're not working. It's just, a little bit here, a little bit of movement, a little bit of a further trip, around the neck, then off. And
probably the line of the show. Drew says he just passed Chris Weidman, GFL legend.
GFL legend Chris Weidman.
There's a minute left of this round. I still think, Allen, if you pop up and fight, you can win this round. You can sneak this fight off. If you're just going to lay here, you're going to lose. Anthony's just riding you out.
He's just looking across and just shaking his head. Well, what do you want your corner to do? Stand the fuck up. Easy for this guy to say, obviously. Yeah, and I mean, Hernandez is doing such a good job of putting his weight on him and just keeping him against the fence with his weight on him that he has very few opportunities to stand up. Like right there, he's holding his wrist. And I feel like that was an opportunity to pop out and get up.
Yeah, I totally agree.
There you go. Now get away, get some separation. Somebody's mouthpiece just popped out. I mean, Hernandez has just shown he's the better fighter here, because anytime Allen gets a chance to do something, Hernandez just reverses it or holds him or puts him back where he wants him. Somebody's mouthpiece is still in the.
I think that was Fluffy's. I think.
Yeah.
Of course, 8 seconds. You can't move these guys. 3 seconds. I think Fluffy just grinded this win out.
Yeah, think so. Not a very flashy win, but goes in the book as a decision. Looked like Allen came out and really had some momentum there, but Hernandez just shut it down.
I could see a little split decision. I could see one judge saying, hey, the biggest shot of round 3 was Allen. I give that round 3 to Fluffy. I would if I was a judge, but I can see a judge saying there wasn't a lot of stuff there. When they were standing, the biggest damage of the round was that Hernandez, the Allen overhand right, but I think Fluffy won 2-1.
Round 2 and 3.
Yeah. Allen definitely was round 1. That
Yeah,
shots.
and
then Fluffy was definitely round 2. Definitely.
Yeah.
Round 3, it's a little bit of that Rob Font, but you think definitely Fluffy?
Allen had 0 answer. He had 1 punch.
Yeah.
Then Allen said, "Cool, watch this while I put
No,
him in danger
right.
for the rest of the round."
He did some damage on the ground. It wasn't like, to me, the Gene wasn't doing any damage to Font on the ground. Fluffy was doing some work down there.
Yeah, that's a tough one to watch. Tough one to announce as well.
Dang it.
Here we go.
Come on.
Brendan Allen by decision. I just flipped the table. That son of a bitch. Oh, another thing I found funny today. My boys found on YouTube battle bots.
Yeah.
Right?
Kenny Florian.
I was going to say. And I hear the announcer go, "Well, you tell me, Kenny, you used to fight." I'm like, Kenny? Like, no fucking way. Yeah, Kenny Florian.
All 3 judges. 29-28 for the winner. Fluffy Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez. Well done, sir. Well done. Tough one for Mr. Brendan Allen. He's going to drop from his number 9 spot in the rankings. Mr. Hernandez should move up from 12. Where's our boy Paulo Costa? So you got any fights on the docket?
No, he doesn't fight anymore.
He getting hair plugs done? What's he doing?
he's in Turkey.
Allegedly.
He's in Turkey.
Yeah, right. We got Vittori. When was the last time he fought?
He fights next week.
No,
3 weeks. 3 weeks. It's a really bad card next week. Flyweight main event. That should have been Royval. So it's a bad main event.
You're not excited about the Nasrat Hakparast Esteban Ribovic fight?
Nope, I am not.
How about the Cody Brundage, Julian Marquez?
That's a good fight. That's a weak card.
It's a pretty weak card.
And then the Maze and pay-per-view, then it's Marvin.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, that's a pretty tough card right there. Women's flyweight, Montana De La Rosa and Luana Carolina. It's tough. That's a tough card, folks. Then you got UFC 13. We kind of went over that a little bit. It's a pretty stout lineup, despite Dave's commentary. And then UFC Fight Night 254 on March 15th. Marvin Vittori versus Roman Dolidze.
Yeah.
That's a middleweight matchup number. I was just looking at it. Where'd they go? That is number 8 versus number 10 on your score sheet, but number 1 in our hearts, Dave.
Say it again.
I said number 8 and 10 on your scorecards, but number 1 in our hearts. Dolidze and Vittori.
Yeah.
No, you don't love that fight?
No, I do love that fight. I like that fight a lot. I thought you were making fun of it.
No,
I wasn't getting the joke.
that's what you say.
I like that fight.
Number 1 in the but number 1 in your heart.
Yeah, good fight.
Yeah. The rest of that card is somewhat suspect, though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of names that jump off the sheet to you. Where is this one?
Apex. Yeah. 2 out of the next 3 are at the Apex.
Yeah, that's a tough card, too. Holy shit. Now, you guys know I'm not so deep and knowing all these fighters. There's 2 names I recognize outside of the main event. And I like to think I'm relatively familiar with a lot of fighters.
Yeah, I think you're I almost hate the term. It's used too often, and it's used as like a bad thing, and it shouldn't be. Like, we need casual people that get excited for the fights and to see it. I think
slightly above casual.
Yeah, I think you're you know what's going on, and you know the big names, and you know main card, and you're excited for the fights. But yeah, they need more people like where you're at to be like, oh, I got to watch this card because of this, and this. And sometimes they don't.
Right. I mean, on the main card,
and this is why I say all the time,
3 names.
I throw this out, and someone who does this and creates content like this and gets paid to. I love that there's a card every week, but I wouldn't mind if 2 weeks, the next week's card, like that flyweight card, and it should have been Cap versus Manel Cap versus Brandon Royval. That was the main event. If that card got killed and they took the 3 best fights from that card and moved it to the Marvin card, it's like, oh, this is a good card now.
Right.
And kind of lean some of the fat and then gave us more. So was the next one after that UFC London? Because that's a really good card.
They both say Fight Night 254, so that's not right.
So no, that one. Okay. Yeah. So then after those Apex cards, Leon and Sean Brady in the main event. That's awesome. Look at the co-main.
This is London.
Yeah.
Jan and Oldberg, Gunnar Nelson, Kevin Holland, Molly, of course, because we're in London versus Stella Nunes, Jordan Vucenic and Chris Duncan.
Nathaniel Wood, good.
Morgan Charrier. And prelims, Jai Herbert, Chris Padilla. Then you get into the weeds a little bit. Yeah. Oh, no, Marcin Tybura, Mick Parkin, Polyev. I mean.
You know what I mean? Like, or even just like if they killed the Marvin card. Imagine if Marvin was on this card.
Right, because I mean, you
killed that Apex card and just made UFC London amazing.
Right, because isn't Dolidze from Europe too? Isn't he?
I think he's Georgian.
Yeah,
Georgian is in Europe.
Yeah, because Vittori is Italian and Dolidze is, I think. Yeah, I mean that main event could easily be on that card.
Yeah,
Roman Dolidze. Yeah, Georgian. Yeah, so he's from Georgia. So yeah, hey, listen, we don't run the UFC, but that card is suspect.
They get paid a lot of money to put that card on. That's why they and people don't understand that they're running a business and they
right, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty full card. That's still a pretty full card, but yeah, it is suspect. Like you said, you could break that apart, sprinkle some of those prelims on some of these other cards. Move a couple up a week, move a couple back a week. But hey, we're just 2 dudes talking into a microphone. And you got some folks walking out into the ring, into the
Song Yadong.
Yeah.
Song Yadong. All right, guys.
Nice young
little
Chinese
moment of
fella.
Truth for Dave. Little moment of truth.
Yeah.
Definitely a night changer, week changer.
He's from Heilongjiang, China. One of 3 Chinese fighters to main event a UFC card. Is that it? One of 3 Chinese fighters to main event. I guess because Yang's done it multiple times. Or Wei Li.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wei Li's the other one. I can't think of the third because Korean Zombie's not Chinese.
Correct.
Who's the third, guys? Help us out. Who's the third China man or woman? Was it Nan? Like that Nan Shannan? Did she main event a fight night card? I can't think of another man. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Good point, Drew.
Li Jinglang?
Oh, did he main event?
Did he? I don't know. Got Song Yadong doing it tonight. Zhang Wei Li.
And of course, it could be a guy before them. Could be an old guy. Yeah, who's the third China man or woman? Maybe Okami. Wasn't Yushi Okami? Yen versus. I think it's Okami. Kami versus he fought Anderson Silva for a pay-per-view main event. I think he was a Chinaman, right? Yushin Okami.
Help us out, commenters. Who we got? Who's our third Chinese
Cejudo's
fighter?
making that walk. Could be for the very last time. Could be. Well, at least I don't know it. I think it's Okami, guys. Yushin. Kind of, he was in that Chael Sonnen, Bisping, Anderson Silva era. Very good fighter.
I wonder why that didn't come up. Who yeah, so was it Wei Li and Yang? Was that a main event?
No, it was that was the featured fight for UFC 300. That didn't main event.
Okay, so that was the 300, right? That was the first all China title fight. Okay.
Yeah, Sean Sterling. Yep. Okay, we got it, Chris. Yeah, Sean. Yep. Okami. Yep. Yushin Okami. Oh, he's Japanese.
I was going to say Okami.
So it's different. Japanese and Chinese are different?
Yeah, different. Dude, get out. Get out. I can't believe you just said
they all make great orange chicken. It's all the same, right?
No, you son of a bitch.
All right.
Japanese is an island a series of islands off the coast of Asia. China is a mainland country. And they're culturally very different.
Mentioned Li Jingyang. I don't think he ever headlined a card, ever. So it's not Okami.
China's Wang Kong.
That is a cliche name from China.
Listen here, you son of a bitch. You already offended Japanese and Chinese people throughout the world. We don't need any more. Zhang Wei Li. Why the fuck why does that not come up? History of Chinese fighters in the UFC. Let's see. This is from 24. Let's see.
For some reason, I think it's Nan. Yana Shanan. Like she probably main evented a Apex card against Carla Esparza or some shit like that back in the COVID era. Dude, Cejudo's getting the VAS on him. Oh.
First Chinese fighter to compete was Taekwon Zhang. First Chinese woman was Yan Xiaonan. First Chinese champ, Wei Li. Li Jinglang.
The Leech.
Let's see. Making his debut, arguably the face of the Chinese mixed martial arts for the last decade. Fan favorite, shared the octagon with some of the best.
Next 2 weeks from now, UFC 313. We'll be doing this watch along, and I think we will be giving away.
Woo! Look at that beauty, guys.
A Grant Dawson, 1 of 1.
1 of
hand signed
1
card.
And there's photographic proof of him signing it.
1 of 1. Got it. Nice plaque and everything. We'll mail that to your house.
Let's see that.
I want to figure out something. Like we have to pick the winners. Of course, you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. But other than that, like I think you have to pick. Maybe you do like 5 or 6 fights because a couple of good prelims are like the Chase Hooper one. We'll do like 6 or 7 fights. And you got to pick the most fights. Whoever predicts the most wins the card for free. We'll mail it to your house.
Got the nice initials up there. Got the signature there. And now, not only has it been signed, it's also been held by these two fine fellas. So, I mean, that
adds the value.
only increases the value. So when are we looking to give that away? Dave?
2 weeks. 2 weeks
2
from tonight.
weeks.
UFC 313. Alex Pereira, Megamind, and Kalive.
Well, then maybe there might be a third person to hold it by then.
Good. Uncle Drew might be in.
Uncle Drew might be in the house.
We were maybe even have the Dawsons, but
maybe we'll put some wing sauce from Alberto's on the case. Waft some.
We'll be 100 live wings in this building. If Uncle Drew comes, we'll be 50 wings deep.
We'll just hold it over across top of the Alberto's wings, the garlic chicken wing sauce. I'm like, man, I got this awesome card from Fight Bananas, but it smells like wings. What the fuck?
The crowd does seem massive. Big crowd in Seattle. I like it. They haven't been here. I think it was, they said 10 years, 9-10 years. I love when they go to, I say it all the time, they should be going to Charlotte's and Jacksonville's, Seattle's, Austin, Texas, Champaign, Wisconsin. They should be going to these places more often, kind of leaving the apex. Good card, too. Very, very good card.
This is crazy that I can't find this answer, but there's been quite a few Chinese fighters. But I think we're gonna abandon that effort for another time.
Bruce Buffer's introducing Henry Cejudo.
(2008) Olympic gold medalist in freestyle wrestling, the former UFC bantamweight and flyweight champion, and the number 7 ranked bantamweight contender in the world. Number 7. Well, that guy's fired up. You see that guy?
Yeah.
He's like, let's go.
There you go. There's the man that knows fashion.
What's that?
Damn, Dave in the jean jacket. # fashion. Mr. Dean Tool in the building. All right, man, at bedtime. Here we go.
It falls under the category of
Yadong
fashion,
song.
but I'm not sure it's fashionable.
Plus 300,
I mean,
plus
it's no
310.
Hawaiian t-shirt, you know what I mean?
Versus Henry Cejudo. Could be 5 rounds. Let's see how. Man, song looks massive.
Yeah, he really
to
does.
Cejudo. A lot of feints right now from Cejudo. Outside leg kick by Song.
They're both being very respectful. Cejudo with a combo there.
Yeah, nice combo by Cejudo. I thought it'd be wrestling like Fluffy Hernandez, but he's
good combo there, pushing Song back against the fence. He knows you have some money riding on this. See, he's working for you, man.
be massive.
It's like, let's go to Sizzler, Dave. Have
fun.
me on Fight Bananas again, and let's go to Sizzler, baby.
I'd have to do that. I would have to congratulate. I would have to say thank you. Wow, Dean goes easy dub by Cejudo. Dean, I have a 5-fight parlay. It ends with Cejudo cashes out a clean $1,000. I'm 4 for 4 right now. Cejudo is the anchor of that parlay.
Ooh.
Don't leave that chin up there, Cejudo. Start going to wrestling town.
Yeah, he just feinted a takedown. Went for overhand left. Another feint with a knee behind it. Trying to keep Song guessing. Song's being very patient. Gauging the distance very well. He's getting out of harm's way. Just had a nice step in straight left to the gut of Cejudo.
So crazy what a parlay will do. I am so nervous. I am a nervous Nelly. And I called it too. Before this
Another body punch
main
from
card
Song.
started, I said 4 out of 5.
Just like Meatloaf used to sing, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. Something like that. Wasn't it?
I thought that he's the guy that I love you. No one love you like that, but you can't.
Oh, yeah. That's not quite how the harmony goes. We're both so musically talented. Meatloaf, baby.
Oh!
First of all, your name's Meatloaf. I mean,
What a run.
I
saw true story. I saw Meatloaf perform at the Super Bowl.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was before the Super Bowl. It was the Saturday night before the Super Bowl. There was like in the community of the Super Bowl era.
Oh, because what you said was I saw Meatloaf perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he wasn't big enough at halftime.
But then you kept talking and it disputed that sentence.
It was Michael Jackson, I think, performed at the halftime I went to.
It was like
Michael
1992, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Steelers, Cowboys. It was like 94, 93, 92,
Holy
one
shit.
of those years.
Wow.
That
was in black and white.
8 or 9.
Where was that?
Phoenix, Arizona. Glendale, Arizona.
Holy shit. Look at you, man.
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off?
You
didn't have the Fight Bananas money yet.
Hell of a run. Oh, Cejudo's doing work. My uncle took me.
Oh! What the hell just happened there?
Looks like his
his left leg just decided to stop working, and Cejudo said, "Okay, I saw that. I'm gonna keep chopping away."
Come on.
Yeah, he was like standing, and you saw his ankle just go boom, just like the old Jimmy Crute thing, but not full on because he's using it pretty well now. But
yeah, he's back. Shoot, I was hoping. Oh, there we go. Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
That was crazy looking.
What a way to win.
See, we were talking about Meatloaf, and he's just doing work for you, Dave. Cejudo's like, I'm going to turn his leg off, Dave. Watch this.
I'm trying to keep my head out of it. This has been the longest first round of my life. I'm telling you, I should have cashed it out. 230.
Come on. You're a couple more leg strikes away from cashing some sizzling money, baby. That song is being so patient.
Thank you, Andrew. Jan Nan headlines against Mackenzie Dern. Boom. UFC Fight Night, October 1st, 2022. Andrew, you're the man, dude.
Nice.
Andrew Slaughterhouse. Come on, Sean. Everyone in this chat should be saying Cejudo won that fight. I don't know. I honestly don't know. That was a very close round.
$10-9 Cejudo. Faux show.
Yeah.
See, on a fight night like this, they should not go to commercial on the main event at all. I know it's only the first round, but we should be seeing what the hell happened to his leg. Why the hell are they going to commercial showing us 2 ducks getting cleaned by Dawn dish soap? Like, come on.
ESPN gave them $5 million to put on this card, and they're getting Dawn to pay him $100,000 for that commercial right there. They know it's the main event.
I don't care about your logic. Like, what the... Dude, how dare you fight back against my rant with logic?
So we're in the late.
Oh, so they show the end of the round of Sung doing something instead of his foot.
Here we go, right here.
Yeah, right on his knee. And then it just shut it off for just that.
And he was back normal. It was literally just a second.
Yeah, just hit the nerve just long enough for it to curl under. And now it seems to be fine.
Yeah.
But I would definitely be going back to the well on that.
Leg is all red.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, is that his tattoo or is that red behind his knee?
Very, very peachy red.
Oh, inside leg kick from Cejudo.
Again.
Another one, yeah. Oh, yeah, is that a bruise back there already? Looks like a bruise, like his tattoo's just like ends at the top of his calf. I can't tell. Anyway. Oh,
Ooh,
good body shot.
shot by Song. Drew, I don't know if you heard this. 5-fight parlay. Rosenboff. Bukutsis, the first fight of the night. Alonzo Mendenfield. Rob Font. Henry Cejudo. It's like $26.91 to win an even $1,000. Cejudo wins this fight. $1,000 for the bad guy.
Let's go, Cejudo. Good right hand there from Song. Let's go, Henry. Let's go. We want some Sizzler money. I don't even know what that's from. I've been saying that for so long.
Yeah, it's kind of like the thing. If you win, I think it's a Vegas thing, right? Like you
could be
going to Sizzler. We go with probably from an old 90s, 80s movies. I
yeah,
can, see
maybe
the
like
character. We go
old school
Sizzler.
Eddie Murphy bit or something. Who knows?
I did. By the way, real quick, for second round, did you watch anything of that Saturday Night Live 50?
I didn't, man.
Susie and I watched it. We laughed for 3 hours.
Did you?
Like, I don't, guys. There's a lot of people all political this or this character was on it. This guy was on it. We laughed for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like there's some good people on it. There's some bad people on it. I don't care where you stand, what you think. We laughed for 3 hours. That's all it makes. That's
the
Adam Sandler thing was the best.
Yeah, there's a way to do, which SNL does a lot of, and not always very well, but there's a way to do political comedy in a funny way and make people laugh about it.
Oh,
because I don't care what side you're on, the current situation is ridiculous, and there's a lot of ways to make fun of it.
And not even that. I mean, like there was like people were freaking out because Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively were on it and their stuff, and there's like other people too. There's just a couple different stuff like that, and then a couple things that they went for
non-political things. Yeah.
It's just like no, we laughed. Sean comedy's comedy exactly.
He just threw a kick and fell. It might not be 100%. It's so weird. The SNL 40 seemed like it was last year. I couldn't believe it's SNL 50 already.
Yeah.
Like, golly, the last 10 years have gone by fast. But yeah, I'm probably going to go back and watch some of it on Hulu. There's been some YouTube clips out there.
It's weird. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this fight Cejudo's doing. I'm liking, and it's successful. But like, one, he's not getting the takedowns, and then two, seems like the best punches or the cleanest punches of each round is Song. It's like a weird, dude. I'm 110% rooting for Cejudo here, but like,
good right hand
shot by Cejudo, big shot.
Definitely wobbled him briefly. Then nice body shot. The one bit I want to watch, I didn't get a chance to watch it because the boys were sitting in with me. But the alien abduction bit.
Yeah, we watched. That was good.
That is so freaking funny.
That was a good one.
That
there's the whole thing. There's not a lot that really jumps at me, but the number one thing to me was the Adam Sandler thing, and it kind of was like a recap and a very positive towards a lot of the comedy guys from the past.
Yeah,
especially ones that like passed away.
Right.
It was great. It was really good.
Yeah, they have that up on YouTube. I gotta watch it.
Oh,
good right hand from Song.
Sean,
to your point, Song has the more significant strikes per the UFC graphic there. So it seems like good left hand on separation. Good combo there from Cejudo though.
Come on, Cejudo.
They're starting to swing at the end of this round here. Cejudo trying to finish strong. Man, that's tough to score. I think that's Cejudo's too.
So you think
he did
1-1?
some damage to the face there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so tough.
But yeah, I mean, Song is wearing it. That one combo was super clean. See, now they're not going to commercial now. See, they listen to me. They said, "Screw Dawn and your money."
They're like, we got 100K from them. We're good. Yeah, Black Jeopardy was hysterical. Yeah, that was a good one.
I heard that. Yeah.
There's a lot. And no, Bill Murray, the weekend update. Weekend update to me was the second best thing. It was great the whole time, but then Bill Murray came on. It was so funny. Oh my goodness.
Bill Murray is so funny, man.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that has this arrogant air about him, but it works.
Yeah.
You know,
you never think, oh, he's a
yeah.
prick. I hear he's the nicest guy actually too. He's out there in Charleston, South Carolina all the time. Nice
and
guy.
he just, there was this one bit from probably like 81 or something. It was called The Whip Master. And it was like them making fun of some of these corny Western shows. And everything he did it with a whip. It'd be like somebody be smoking. They'd be like, hey, you can't smoke here. And he'd pull out a whip and like whip the cigarette out of the guy's mouth. It was like the most ridiculous, stupid thing that like for some reason stuck in my head because it was so stupid. It was funny,
Yeah.
And it was just Bill Murray being like that dry, comedic Bill Murray.
So good.
Oh, so good. But like some of those early ones, man, they missed so hard, and they still do today. Like
they talked about that actually, and that's a part of it.
Yeah, they
really
crack each other up in the writer's room, and then they put in front of the audience, and the audience is like, huh.
And sometimes they think some of the things that they're like, nah, that's not that great. A miss became one of their funniest
right
hits.
That's why I've found I generally don't stay up that late unless I'm watching UFC or something. But like I don't stay up to watch it. A lot of times you just watch like the clips, and you get all the best bits. All the ones they missed. They're not going to put on YouTube.
Dang, two on the Twitter thing in the bottom left. They have a couple people think Song with both rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the strike count was in Song's favor, but I don't see Cejudo wearing it. Ooh, went for a feint on a level change with a flying knee. Yeah. Yeah, Song 42 headshots, 21 leg shots. Cejudo's 25 and 16. Cejudo has more to the body, but only by 3. Did you think it was that different, the strike count?
I actually did not.
Me neither. Talking too much about SNL, I guess. Another groin kick. Second one. He just briefly adjusted his cup earlier. Now he's going to be a pro, I think, and take a little more time, catch his breath a little bit. Oh, that missed.
That was to the right?
Yeah, that was more in his. I mean, it's still your groin, so it's not your balls, but it's the groin area. All right, he took about 30 seconds. That was smart, pro move.
Halfway through round number 3.
Yes, like you said right at the onset, like I think at this point, Song's length is just giving Cejudo a little bit of trouble. Like he's has to say so far outside. What you got there?
Juice, take a point, ref.
Ooh. Looks like Song caught Cejudo with a knee there. Couldn't tell if it connected, but it looked like it did.
Not liking the momentum, guys.
Yeah.
Not liking it. God dang it.
A lot of fight left. Don't worry. Yeah, they're saying that he ate that knee. Yeah. Problem is, Song is faster.
No, he is faster. Faster and stronger.
Yeah.
His punches, to me, is more damageable, and he's getting more off.
Yeah. Yeah, Cejudo looks like he's starting to wear it on his face now.
He needs to somehow, some way, get inside, take him down, get his back, grapple, wrestle.
But yeah, I feel like he's got to work that leg again, though.
Yeah, that's true too. That was probably, earlier rounds his best.
Did he get an eye poke now? Come on. Cejudo just acted like he got poked in the eye.
Take a point.
Let's see it. Oh yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
Sure. Both eyes. Both of them. Yep. One went out straight like this and just.
Oh.
Both eyes. Paul just says that was a double. Cejudo is urging Herzog to take a point.
Yeah, that's 3 fouls in 1 round, right? Was the first nut shot this round, or was it the round before?
I think it was the round before.
So, but that's at least 2 in 1 round. Like, if you're never going to take a point away, I say this all the time. I would do it all the time, not trying to be nasty about it, but just grab the cage and no one takes the points away. Who cares? Look at that. That's bad, blatantly, and it's after a nut shot. Come on. Dang it. Doesn't look like they are.
Yeah, the announcers are talking about him being, essentially a wily old veteran, milking it a little bit. He's asking for water now to wipe his eyes. He's taking his time, urging the referee. If the referee thinks it's more serious, does he then decide to take a point? Or if he hasn't done it yet, he's not gonna probably, right? I think he's already gestured that he can see. All right. All right, 2:26 on the official timeout so far. He's going to check with them. Everybody's out of the cage. 2:37, 2:38.
Andrew, I'm super biased. I'm not. There's no. That's. We're not hiding it.
All right. So
Cejudo wins. We win a clean
certain
K.
point, Cejudo, you're helping him too. So let's go. Closing in on 3 minutes now. You can see or you can't. Let's go.
Wow, he's still about it.
He's giving a thumbs up to somebody in the crowd. Song's like, come on, what are we doing? Song's got blood coming out of his ear, blood on his nose, laceration on his cheek. Cejudo's milking it here. Woo! They're letting them take those 5 minutes, huh? At a certain point, like, hey, can you see? What is he saying? He keeps waving. He's like doing the John Cena move. Like, what's he saying? Now he's sitting down. He just told him, you got 1 minute to make a decision. Yep. Closer to like 45 seconds. But
wow. Cejudo's sitting down inside the octagon.
Says he wants to continue the fight. Herzog says, careful what you say. The rule is he's allowed 5 minutes. He's like, I'm fine. I just need 5 minutes.
Wow, this is wild.
I mean, this helps Song too. I mean, does it just frustrate Song?
I honestly don't know. I've been thinking about this for 5 minutes now. Like, I don't know. You would think Cejudo's the veteran, needs the time.
He literally took the full 5 minutes. 5:01, 5:02, 5:03, 5:06. They're restarting. And Song
Song's
just comes
right
at
at
him. Yep. It's like, you can't see, I'm going to come get you. Yeah, Cejudo just pawed out his eye again. Oh, Song just threw a flurry that Cejudo looked like he didn't handle very well.
I just don't like his aura right now.
Yeah,
right? Like
me neither. Yeah.
Feels like he's looking for a way out a little bit.
Yeah, like he needs to go, and he's just, Song's got him pushed up against the fence.
Big body
He's
shot
not
there by
circling
Song.
out to the middle. Come on, Henry. Dave wants to go to Sizzler. Let's go. And the announcers are saying his fingers are still.
Jeez.
Still got him out.
Ten seconds left of round number
I think
3.
Cejudo can't see. The way he's just circling around, fighting, not throwing any offense, I think maybe he's having a hard time seeing. I think he just said, I can't fucking see. Yeah, he just said, I can't fucking see. I'm pretty sure he just said that to both the ref and his corner.
I know. That means it's over. The ref will not like that because you have to defend yourself. God dang it.
Or he said, I can't see what he's thrown at. You were bleeding in the eye. Yeah, but I can't see, man. He's blurry, dude. Take a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? I cannot see. Shit. Yeah, Herzog, if he heard that, he has to call the fight. It's my left eye. Yeah, if Herzog heard that, it's over. We need a doctor in here. That eye poke, he cannot see.
I'm dead inside right now.
Yeah.
This is over.
Yeah. He just said, I can't see the letter.
No.
You can't see on the left.
If you say that, you're
done. You're over. He just said, I can't see. If you cannot continue, we're going to the scorecards. Oh, because they finished 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to the scorecards. They just called it. Shit. Or no, he says, I have to start this round. I'm going to the scorecards? What? Oh, I have to start this round or I'm going to the scorecards. I think Cejudo. What did I say?
He's going to start the round and then he's going to call it.
Oh, because he can't do it in between rounds?
Yeah, look. Wow. Look at this. I've never seen this live. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, he's saying this is a tease for the fans in attendance who don't know what's going on.
God dang it.
So did he officially started the round
Yeah,
and
he
called
started
the timeout?
Yes,
right.
He started the 4th round.
Yeah, so
wait, and do I have a shot, guys? Because did Cejudo win 2 out of the first 3 rounds?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know. We've seen some crazy scorecards. I don't know that he won 2 of the 3.
This will be the worst thing ever or the greatest thing ever.
Right.
Oh, for me.
We're going to have a really good explanation. We'll have to listen to this with the sound on afterwards so that we can figure out. Yeah.
So, yeah, he started round 4, so it was official, so they can have 3 official total rounds. And it went to the judges' scorecards.
They're saying we don't know how we go to the scorecards because he could not continue. Half of them have been completed. If they take a point straight away, they know an eye poke,
but they never
happens,
did.
they will
If they
lose a
took
point.
The point, it would be so. I think
If
Cejudo
they do
would
it
have a
now,
shot.
it's yeah.
No, I think they can't do it now. Yeah,
Well, I
it's
don't know why
over.
they're talking about. They think it's, I guess, 2-1 song because they're saying if they took a point, it would be a draw. So they're thinking it's. Yeah,
This
tough
is
one,
crazy, guys.
Man, it was a working out to be one of those fights where it was starting to sway a little bit, like Dave was saying.
Yeah, I felt it was going in Song's favor.
Yeah, Song was getting touched up, but the significant strike numbers were for Song, but he was wearing it more again. Could be just he wears damage more. But man, a double eye poke.
Ref made the call to go to the scorecards instead of DQing Song. If they DQ'd him, Cejudo would have won. Holy crap. So that makes me even. I could have got like lucky dumb by the refs. So if the ref could have just said, no, you're DQ'd because you did eye poke him and he can't go on.
Well, how do you make that after he takes the 5 minutes and finishes out the fight?
You're right.
And then he says, I can't see. How could you possibly have DQ'd him?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's just funky. It is what it is. All right,
if he says right away, I can't see, it's a no contest.
Come on.
But right? Because it wasn't 3 rounds weren't completed yet.
Boost buffer. Ladies and gentlemen. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, to a decision. The scorecards score the contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27 for Song. Son of a gun.
Damn it. We're not going to Sizzler. Son of a. Yeah, see, that's so Cejudo took the full 5 minutes because he couldn't fucking see. And he should have said that. He should have, what's the I guess the point is he was trying to see if he could pull it off, but you could tell the way he was dancing around, he couldn't see. Instantly, I thought there was something going on because he just was dancing. And we hadn't seen that yet.
I'm dead. That stinks, dude.
At
the end of the day, it's only $26 of a loss, but it could have been $1,000 of a gain.
It's not the 26 you lost; it's the 1,000. It was in your hand. You were the loaded baked potato from Chili's. You were dreaming of it.
Son of a gun!
Damn it!
All right, guys,
we did it again.
Yeah, we did it. We came, we saw, we conquered. We are out. A funky way to end one of the great cards so far of the year. The prelims were amazing. I thought even the start of the main card was awesome. Slowed down towards the end. Fluffy Hernandez, UD win. Song wins a technical decision via 3 rounds out of the 5 via eye poke. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Nuts. We'll be back 2 weeks from now. UFC 313. Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev. Hooker versus Gaethje. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to give some free Grant Dawson signed merch away 1 out of 1. Coach Mike will be in the building. We hopefully have Uncle Drew in the building. You never know. And then I think the pay-per-view after that, hopefully we're going to have the Dawsons here. So should be a fun little first quarter for us here for the watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Coach Mike, anything else?
Dude, this is one of those cards that I'm going to probably go watch the prelims tomorrow. I got it on ESPN Plus. I'm probably going to, I got the subscription to ESPN Plus, so I'm just going to watch those first 5-6 fights. I didn't watch them tonight, so why not?
There we go.
It was a fun card overall. We'll get to rewatch it again tomorrow, folks.
There we go. Guys, we're out. Hopefully enjoy the YouTube channel. Henry Cejudo are showing the scorecards. Yeah, I can't believe one judge had 30-27 Song. But all right, we're out, guys. Definitely watch it. Chama, appreciate you. Sean, Drew, Chris,